family, 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 family.
In the beginning, there was nothing. And then there was the Drunken Peasants Podcast.
I gotta get a witness. No!
Say, man, you got a joint? No, not on me, man.
I don't have facts to back this up.
It'd be a lot cooler if you did.
That's true. Sometimes I cry.
Oh! Lick my butthole, he laughed.
From the strangest corners of the internet, here to bring you opinions of the world from an altered perspective. Here are your hosts, the Drunken Peasants.
Hi, everybody. Drunken Peasants Podcast, episode 962. We got Krendar back again. It's been a long time. A long time. I got to keep talking while the music plays out. Yeah, we got Krendar. I think it's been quite a long time.
It's been 7 years.
It's been almost exactly a year, according to my Skype.
Well, welcome back.
This is the last time I used Skype.
Yeah. You know, once Discord gets their shit together and does NDI plugins, I'll be switching to Discord for this kind of stuff.
You think they will?
I don't know, because it's been, you can go back into their support forums and see that people have been asking for this forever.
Oh.
And that's the easiest way to put people's video where they go in a video call.
Yeah.
That's just the way it is.
That's inevitable, I'm sure.
I remember before Skype had it, I used to have to sit down. I used to have to put everybody, like if we had multiple people in a call, I had to put them all up on one screen and screen cap it and slice everybody out of it and then put them into their boxes. And if someone left the call, it all went blah, 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 like crazy.
Yeah.
Everybody would move around.
We still got to deal with that in Discord for sure.
Yeah, so I don't do that. Like if someone leaves the call, they disappear. That's all that happens. I can set everybody's boxes where it goes. And then when you get into the call before we start the stream, I just click your name in the thing and you pop up, and then we can do, you know, other cool things like this. See? Yay, we got cool stuff.
I get to debate a black box. I'm gonna win.
Why? Because it's black? You horrible racist Krendar.
Yeah. Whoa.
Wow.
That's exactly why.
Krendar is canceled. Cancel Krendar.
I've been here for 2 minutes. Canceled already.
You managed to get yourself canceled already.
For those of you that normally watch the show, we do a goal every week, and we try and hit that goal.
We're pretty far.
This is the last night of the week to hit that goal. We're going to bring back the non-fuckable tokens.
The NFTs of DP. Everyone has been more than satisfied with their shirts. Everyone that has received them. The manatee ones are in transit right now and will show up.
You have the art for that available?
Yeah, I do have the manatee one.
Show the kids what the previous ones may have looked like.
Yeah,
we have.
And can I say something really quick before we start the game?
Yeah.
If you win the game, email me, ben@drunkenpeasants.com, and I'm going to match up your email that you're sending it to me with your donation email. So make sure you send it from the same as your Streamlabs email. Look at how stylish this handsome young man is.
He's
wearing,
so stylish.
Yeah.
He's got that manatee on a cross.
Yes.
For those of you that
now he just needs one of these manatees, and he's going to have the whole set.
For real.
Also, I mean, the ladies like it too.
The ladies like it. The ladies love it. They're on that Cool J.
Yeah.
But if you guys want to donate $20 or above and pick a card out of the deck, we have 52 cards, obviously, all 13 of each suit. Ace through King, Queen, Jack, all the numbers, all that good stuff. Pick a card with your $20 donation, and it will go onto the board. You can suck a card out of my deck.
People are asking about the Cobes one. I believe that someone who won the Cobes one posted a picture of herself wearing it. I can't remember.
I didn't see that.
It's in the Discord.
I'm jealous. I want to see that. So yeah, pick one of these numbers correlating with the suit. We'll get you down on the card. We'll get you on the thing, and we'll pick one at the end of the show. Win a shirt. It's a unique to tonight. And if you get it, it'll be a unique design.
It'll be a one-of-a-kind.
A one-of-a-kind.
And if you win and you do not email me, you do not get the shirt. Just so you know. I'll need you to email me a shipping address and your shirt size.
Yeah, Ben tried
in men's shirts.
Ben tried to send a shirt to everybody in the world to make sure that people would get theirs.
I'm broke now. We're doing this.
It didn't work.
From under a bridge.
It didn't work.
That's why we were late.
Though. I love this bridge.
Yeah, we're under the Fremont Bridge. There's a big troll here with us.
If your accumulated donations tonight reach $100, we're gonna send you a shirt as a thank you. So if you wanted to chuck $100 bill, guaranteed a.
So you can win 2 shirts.
Well, if you go over 100.
Yeah.
Everything over 100 will put you back into the running. Once you hit 100, we're just gonna take you out of the drawing and give you for that 100. But if you go 120, you could maybe win again.
Yeah.
The whole thing is a lot of fun. We did it 3 times before.
It's a huge
had
success.
Unique designs for each night, and they're very rare and they're very cute.
And we're trying to.
I really liked the Cobes design.
Yeah. We're trying to reach our bonus show goal for next week. So if you could help us out with that, we'd appreciate it. We're a little over a quarter of the way there. Yeah. Last night, Actual Mania 26, the Survivor situation, craziness. Craziness. A bunch of new people signed up, and I wanted to thank someone who signed up for a year's worth of Patreon, I think at the $10 level. How do you pronounce that name? Do you see their name there?
Yet, no.
It's Konodioda20 or 231. I don't know. Thank you.
Konodioda 231.
Yeah.
Thank you, Konodioda 231.
Konodioda 231
on Patreon.
Yeah. So, you're gonna want to check it out. It's amazing.
You're gonna want to check it out. There was some debuts.
There was. You know what? They're gonna want to go watch it if I tell them.
I know. So should you tell them?
Yeah. Last night, Egghead's team was taking on Asterios' team, and if Egghead won, he would get another shot at Digby's Cringerweight title at the Actual Mania that will be taking place next month. And Egghead's team had a mystery partner in it, a mystery entrant into the Survivor situation, and no one knew who it was. And then there was a little video to introduce who it was.
Who was it? Oh, Egghead's only other friend. Ben took it to Egghead's team and did a great showing. He had a great showing, Ben.
It was about time.
It was about time Ben made his Actual Mania debut.
Listen to that crowd.
Look at that crowd.
Listen to that crowd.
Sounds like the crowd from Survivor Series. But no, it was from Survivor Situation.
Listen to that pop.
Look at that pop.
Yeah. And I added in the shake the ropes like the Ultimate Warrior right there.
I can't believe you got into an actual arena to film that. That was really cool. It was a lot of work.
I was honest about my... Yeah, I mean, it's me. Everyone, please like the stream. We're going to move into something else in a moment here, but you should check out Actual Mania if you're a $5 patron or more, and if you're not, you should become one.
Come one, come all.
Come one, come all.
Oh my.
And win a non-fuckable token, too, while you're at it.
Do it.
So...
Those are pretty good tokens.
Those are insanely good tokens.
Insane in the membrane. Like the stream, by the way, everybody watching. We need those likes.
We do need the likes.
I can still see the dislikes on my screen, so I'm sure that'll go the way of the dodo soon.
Yeah, I don't think they can... Think of how many accounts exist on YouTube. Yeah, they can't... They can't roll it out for everybody, so eventually it'll happen.
My channel is broken.
It is?
I don't know. I can still see the stuff, and I still watch YouTube under 2016 rules where you can cyberbully little kids.
Let's get these sweet boys to the goal. Also,
Hey.
sorry Ben for the loss. Fuck Michigan.
Oh yeah, well I agree. Fuck Michigan, but you know what? If any year was the year for them to win, this was it. And Ohio State fucked up a bunch of times. They got a bunch of dumb penalties and shit. So Michigan deserved to win this time. Someone was like, Michigan kicked Ohio State's ass, and I was like, yeah, for the first time in your adult life.
Oh damn!
It's literally like it's been almost a decade since the last time they won. So it's kind of like Halley's Comet. You might get to see it once or twice in your lifetime.
Treasure it while you got it.
Treasure it while you got it. Nuke Michigan. Anyway, so that was a 20. It's $20 for
It's $20. Yeah, Eduardo Garcia could have picked a card if you want to come through.
Yeah, you got to pick a
If
card.
you're gonna do another $20 dono, Eduardo, you could put in 2 cards, and I'll pick you out 2 cards. If you want to write somewhere else, I'll write you in. I'll get you in. Everybody who does a $20 dono or above, pick a card out of the deck. Right now, everything is available.
Let's check out antagonism. I think we need some antagonism. Here it goes. Suck my dick. Suck my dick.
That one.
Oh, don't touch me. Don't touch me. TP, are they going to touch me?
That's a good part, but my favorite's always going to be the look on his face when he's getting the electroshock therapy.
Oh, Von Helton, he's like, ah.
We have
he's
every space available, guys. Every space. Come pick one. Come pick 1,000. Win the shirt.
Here's here is the beginning of antagonism. Here's the worst American creation, the worst thing that America has contributed to the world, and that is Black Friday. And it's spreading. It's going to other countries now.
Is that why Krendar thought he could beat Friday?
Probably. It's sad. It's really sad. I don't know. Here's so Trumpster Bob gave this weird take on Eddie Guerrero about him being secretly gay, and that's what he died. We covered it on my other channel on the Altered Perspective, and we had him on the Altered Perspective, and we kind of interviewed him on it. And here's a video of someone asking him about that.
I just searched YouTube, and I just seen this podcast right here. What you on? It says TBob's Eddie Guerrero theory. Tila, was you on this show, TBob, or the Altered
podcast
Perspective, or no?
What are you
Can you hear
asking?
me?
What?
What are you asking me?
Exactly. Yeah, what are you asking?
Was you on this? I'm looking at this channel. It was titled TBob's Eddie Guerrero theory. It was called the Altered Vision channel. Was you?
Okay, no, it's called the Altered Perspective, not the Altered Vision. It doesn't say vision on it anyway.
You on it? Have you ever been on
Maybe it was a different podcast.
It's not.
on that channel, the Altered Vision? It had like 18,000 subscribers.
No. Yeah, no.
And then he's pretending like he knows who it is, but he has no clue. Listen to how he.
They're one of my followers that during that time I did a segment on Eddie Guerrero because there was a big thing about Eddie. See, it's not just Mexicans that really loved Eddie Guerrero. Everybody loved Eddie Guerrero in the WWE. So a lot of Mexican Americans and Mexicans, they wanted to prop him up as this WWE superstar because he was the original. He come before that little short mask motherfucker that they really love so much. And
I think he's talking about Rey Mysterio.
Yeah.
He was really good. He was athletic. He was really talented. Somebody, I can't remember his fucking name. Anyway, so I didn't pay attention to him that much. Eddie Guerrero was the man, though, right? Oh, that motherfucker come out like shaking his fucking chest around like, woo, motherfucker, I'm the man, bitch. I'm gonna kick your motherfucking ass.
That was his catchphrase.
Yeah. Latino heat.
Woo, I'm the man, bitch. I'm gonna kick your motherfucking ass.
Even if you beat me, I'm gonna beat your ass kind of attitude, right? He came in with a fucking attitude. And so everybody loved his fucking character, right? But he died of cocaine. So a lot of people, I swear to God, everybody that was following me at the time with that channel I had up was wanting me to do comment and do a special series on Eddie Guerrero. And I said, okay. I said, you know what? I'll do a special on Eddie Guerrero. Give me 3 fucking days. That fucking day is the day that everybody's going to be celebrating Eddie Guerrero, because that's the day he died on. So they want to give, patronage to, all that shit.
What?
I don't know what he's talking about.
I don't know either.
I don't get any of
I
this.
never know what he's talking about.
So I waited until the next day after, which was to pay respect to Eddie Guerrero, right? It just makes sense, and everybody liked that. So because they were busy with all of that shit, and then they got the next day, they get to come over and watch my take on it. Eddie Guerrero was gay. A lot of most men did not know that.
Who
But
isn't,
Eddie
Bob?
Guerrero,
He thinks everyone else is gay, but him. He told.
How does the world maintain its population then, Bob?
He told Pimp Monk that like 80% of people in Mississippi are gay.
I did the math. That's not true.
90%?
No, it's only like 5%.
Guerrero was fucking gay.
Well, he was close.
And what I simply did was a small part of my fucking segment on it was proving that he was gay. He had men that had lived with him.
How did you prove this?
Who lived
a
with
man
him?
lives with you,
Men
therefore
that
you
lived
are
with
fucking
him.
him.
Yeah,
What?
were all the men there living with him while his wife was there and his children were there?
Doesn't Bob live in a building with other men?
I mean, he does.
He was that fucking gay. So, and you're not talking like as roommates. No, I'm talking about way back when he had a 1-bedroom apartment.
Oh.
It wasn't even a...
So Eddie Guerrero, around the time he died, when he was one of the more famous wrestlers, lived in a 1-bedroom apartment. Oh, and by the way, I looked up Seth Rollins' salary. He's making like $4 or $5 million, or $5 million a year, roughly.
Yeah.
Maybe even up to 7.
Yeah, it
some
said
sort.
like $3 million when we quoted it. I didn't realize it'd gone up
I'm
so much.
35 today.
Holy
Halfway
shit.
through a decent life. We're at the end of a bad one.
Whoa.
Cheers, sweet boy.
Northern
Wow, happy
Perspective.
birthday to you.
If you want to call in on a shirt, you got it. Send us your information to what email?
Ben at drunkenpeasants.com. Make sure you send me a shipping address and your size, and you'll get one of the exclusive shirts that we're giving out tonight.
Thank you very much, Northern Perspective. You're killing it. Happy birthday.
1-bedroom. It was like, what do you call it, a little studio apartment? He had
What do you call a little
maybe
studio
3, I know
apartment?
2 for sure, men live in that motherfucker with him, 2 separate times.
When he was young and
I'm just
training?
looking at Bob.
I don't know what.
I'm trying to figure out how he eats without getting a mouthful of hair every bite.
I don't know if you guys understand the wrestling business, but in the wrestling business, the guys are notoriously cheap.
And they
because,
don't. Well, they don't make a lot of money in their early.
early
years.
on.
And I'm assuming he was living with Vicky and his family towards the end of his life.
Yeah.
I don't know what time frame he's talking about
He's
right now.
got to be talking early if he's in a 1-bedroom apartment.
He was probably poor and living with other wrestlers.
He's probably letting other wrestlers stay there. Literally, Mick Foley used to sleep in his car to go to training and eat peanut butter and Wonder Bread sandwiches.
Yeah,
because he was so broke. He'd be
you don't get paid until
he'd be
you
happy
make
to
it to
get
the
paid
big
in hot
stage.
dogs some nights. And that's just the way it is.
Yeah, when he got away, he liked pussy too.
Nothing wrong with
Okay,
hot
he's a
dogs.
pussy man, but he was 50-50, that dude. But no, I just was doing I loved Eddie Guerrero. He was one of my all-time.
I loved him, but he lived
But
with
he's up
men, so he's gay.
there with Hacksaw Jim Duncan and
and I love a gay man.
Hacksaw Dunkin' Donuts.
Hacksaw Jim Duncan.
Yeah.
For those of you who don't know, it's Hacksaw Jim Duggan.
Hacksaw Slim Duncan.
Hacksaw Jim Duncan.
Slim Jim Duncan.
He's been pounding that poop.
fucking, he ain't up there with Hulk. Well, he's kind of up there
That's
with Hulk
Corey's
Hogan.
favorite wrestler, he said, is Hacksaw Jim Duncan.
Oh, he was a great one. And the fucking Sheik and all them. I grew up during that time period.
You didn't grow up during that time period. You were already an adult. Is Trumpster Bob like...
He's 53, right? Isn't he like ridiculously young for how old he looks?
For how old he looks, yeah.
He
but
looks like he's 90.
He didn't grow up when Hacksaw Jim Duggan and all them were wrestling. He was already an adult at that point.
Are you sure? Hacksaw was the 70s.
Hacksaw was the 70s, well, maybe late 70s, and then he was in he was in another one in like he didn't make it to WWF until the late 80s. And then early 90s.
Yeah, I don't know where he started out, but
yeah, I think it was UWF or something.
Trumpster Bob was only like 15 years older than me.
Yeah, that's older than, like Brett Keane or something.
He's a small little plantain. He doesn't remember things correctly, though.
Duggan's debut was in 79, so he hardly wrestled in the 70s. The 80s was like the early part of his career, and then in the 90s, he was... Well, in the late 80s, they gave him the... he won the first Royal Rumble, and they were going to give him a big push, but then he got caught smoking weed with the Iron Sheik. And then they turned him into the goon kind of like dumbass character after that. He got caught in Ohio smoking weed with Iron Sheik, and they were supposed to hate each other. They were having a feud at the time, so it was bad press. I'm trying to figure out. So he did, UWF. So in the 80s, he started out in Mid-South and then UWF. And he grew in enough popularity there so that Vince poached him in the late 80s.
Yeah.
And then he went to WCW in the mid-90s. They were going to give him a huge push. But yeah,
Bob probably calls his like 20s growing up still. He was a rapscallion.
Okay.
After Derek and I got married, one night...
This is great. Listen to this.
This other Derek appears in our bed.
Bonus Derek?
The real Derek is lying down next to me. Other Derek sits right up out of him. It startled me. I knew that was not Derek. And so I asked this critter, "Who are you?" Because he clearly wanted to have sexual relations.
He's astral projecting.
He clearly wanted to have sexual relations.
And he said, "Come on, I'm your husband." I said, "Who are you?" And he had the nerve to claim to be Ahasuerus.
What?
Xerxes.
Xerxes was fucking?
Other Derek seriously wanted to invite me to use my free will to do something that was going to pull me away from God.
Was other Derek there to plow her from behind? Stick
So this
Xerxes her ass?
Wasn't
Xerxes like notoriously erotic,
I don't know.
homoerotic?
I don't know.
I knew.
Wasn't Xerxes the guy from 300 at the end of 300?
I've never seen 300.
The big genie looking
Shouldn't the
sexy
two
guy.
Dereks been going at each other in that case?
I mean, maybe, but I don't think there were two Dereks. I think Derek, her husband, was just like a little drunk and like, "Hey, let me put one in your butt." And she was like, "No, Xerxes, no. It's Demon Derek."
I knew he was really desperate. And I asked him
Yeah, he was trying to have sexual relations with you.
again, "Who are you?" He told me the same
First
answer.
sign.
And I said, "I am not going with you." This was an internal dialogue. Finally, I said, "I've had enough." In my mind, I reached up. I grabbed his face.
What?
And I said, "You are a liar, and Jesus is real." And I pulled that face off, and beneath it was a reptile.
Jesus. Oh.
A reptilian.
And he had little creatures with him this time. He brought these little halfling creatures, and they looked like,
Halflings.
I don't know, gargoyles. they were very reptilian
now?
as well. So beneath that face of Derek was a reptilian serpentine creature.
There's nothing more that reptilians want than to have sex with old ladies.
Dude, they think she's hot.
Probably similar to what was visiting the Anasazi.
I have to say,
The
I
Bible
love
says-
the fact that they're
like,
a religious
yeah.
channel advertising something called the Great Delusion. That's glorious.
And it's just goofy. The Great Delusion and Family DVD Bundle. The Great Delusion Friends and Family DVD Bundle.
Yeah.
Family.
The sheer irony of all this.
My people are destroyed for lack of knowledge. Because you have dejected knowledge, I will reject you.
So, this guy tries to fight his entire family because they're all a fan of one football team and he's a fan of a different team.
Oh, God.
Here you go again.
Oh,
What's
thick.
wrong with you this time?
Dude, man.
It's gonna be alright.
Man, leave me alone, bro. You've been dragging me out.
This is fatting around.
It ain't like it's the last game. What you mean? It's just 37-33. What is 37-33?
It's a loss!
Whoa.
Calm down.
Man, you been talking smack to me all game, man. Now you've been
You can't be talking smack. My guy's barely...
It's a loss!
My guy's barely surviving on that chair.
Meow.
Meow, Vanessa Barbie, you could be picking a card.
She didn't pick a card.
You can pick a card, pick a card, pick a card, pick a card, pick a card.
Yeah.
If you do another 20, throw the other thing in if you pick 2, or if not.
Sure, she
just,
picked a card.
throw
She
it in
picked
the
the
tank.
5 of meows.
5. Oh, I didn't know that was a real thing. I didn't.
Now you
This
gonna
chair's
be in my
about
face.
to break, dude.
I think that might be the hearts.
This is on Thanksgiving.
It's a game. It's a game.
This is
This
Thanksgiving.
is serious, Joe.
It's very serious. Yeah, you're right.
It's
You're
very
right.
serious.
Yo, boys, yeah, whoop.
Okay, that chair is not as light as I thought it was.
Like this guy making fun of me.
Come on now. I'm trying to
Get your hands off me, man. Man, don't touch me, man.
Don't touch him, man.
Too big now. Come on now.
Don't mess with the Cowboys.
It's kind of like how Boogie flipped the tables.
It's Thanksgiving. This is Thanksgiving. Thanksgiving.
Chris Tucker.
This is how he acts. Hey!
On Thanksgiving.
Hey! Stop it!
I will take any queen that are open.
All right. There's only 3 queens open, Vanessa.
I don't care. I'm taking them home. Give me a bag.
I'll give you both the black
You
queens.
need to stop.
Both the black queens.
You need to stop.
Joe, this your Thanksgiving right here. Right there.
This is your Thanksgiving right
You
here.
need to
You
stop.
been ragging me all game, man.
This don't make sense.
Stop walking up on me, bro.
Is that Kofi
This don't make
Kingston?
no sense.
Stop walking up on me. Give us those blues up on me.
Then they just standing there.
What?
Kinda looks like him.
What?
Calm down.
Stop.
They lost. It's
Bro, I don't
Thanksgiving.
They
I don't
lost.
care if I want Thanksgiving and that food was nasty.
No, you don't.
Your macaroni is disgusting, Maya.
You're not going to give
Your
them all
macaroni
food.
disgusting, Maya.
I thought it was pretty good.
And your turkey wasn't done.
So, cause the Cowboys.
Stick
better-
to doing hair.
You better stop talking down on this turkey. It's Thanksgiving.
Now you gonna hurt her feelings.
Stick to doing
Now you
hair.
gonna
Her
hurt her
feelings is
feelings.
your team lost.
What you back there laughing at?
Because your boys lost.
See, I can't condone fatting around if it's going to be hating on Thanksgiving dinner. You can't be hating on
I
Thanksgiving
bet he
dinner.
ate enough of it too.
Oh
I bet
my
he ate a
God.
whole shitload of it and is now complaining about it.
The food was horrible. I've been on the toilet half the game.
Maintain your physique somehow.
This seems a little rehearsed.
I think it probably is. It
Yeah.
reminds me of rehearsed stuff.
I've been on the toilet
He's
half the
clowning.
game.
I put him out. I will put him out.
You ain't got to me. I'm trying to get up out of here.
The door right there.
They need to fire that damn defensive coordinator.
You got to find you a ride.
What you playing softball game for, man?
You got to find you a ride.
But you ain't gonna take me home with you?
No.
Yeah, he's freaking out.
Mainstream media, Twitter.
This guy's crazy.
Pages, mainstream media, YouTube account. Some idiot that has no clue what they're talking about. When I know exactly what I'm saying, everything I said is the truth. It's real magic.
Televised vision, right?
Televised vision. You know, it's right there in the word. Every word is a spelling. I'm going to be posting the original interview so you guys can see exactly what I said. However, this is going all over Twitter. There's a whole bunch of accounts with millions of followers. I guess they're all getting paid right now to make me look like a psycho. I must. There's a lot of fear when it comes to the celebrities. They're getting paid off, or they're in a group. There's a secret religion that many people that I was around are part of, and I've really pissed off some elite or something, because today they're going hard at me. So if you want, I will share the link to the Reddit page and you guys can go see what's being said on there. But
as a Cowboys fan, like myself, he should be used to disappointment by now.
Damn.
Yeah, which is weird because when I was a kid in the 90s, they were the best team and they won most of the Super Bowls during that decade. So it's weird that they haven't won one, I think in like 20 years or something. It's been a long time.
They really did a good job cutting up the video, and I look like I have no clue what I'm saying. Get rid of everyone else. We're gonna have 500 million in perpetual balance with nature, which is in the satanic doctrine. And what I'm saying, they did a really good job. But the original video that isn't cut up in their way to make it like a comedy of some sort, I'm going to be sharing. It's crazy what they do. It's really crazy. So I just want to address, if you see this video on Twitter, it was not said like that at all. And they completely reconstructed the whole thing. I love you.
Amazing. What do you attribute the cognitive dissonance to?
Dallas Cowboys haven't won the Super Bowl in 25 years.
Why are people struggling so hard to see what we see abundantly clear?
They're under a spell, spiritual, psychological.
Years?
25 years.
25 years.
Yeah. It's the last time the Cowboys have won the Super Bowl.
That's the last time I watched NFL was when they were winning.
Yeah.
Warfare spell. It's casted mostly through Hollywood. Hollywood is the Holywood. Cast the magic through the television. It's real magic.
Televised vision, right?
Televised vision. It's right there in the word. Every word is a spell. Spelling.
Every word is a spell. I like how they take these words that are similar. Like, oh, did you know that because you spell a word, every word is casting a spell? It's so ridiculously stupid. This guy is... it's weird how you can be really dumb, but if you're conspiratorial about everything, you can gain an audience.
Did you know when you wipe your ass, you're literally wiping away the tears of baby Jesus?
But they've been doing this to us for so long. They created all of our personalities at home. They create the divorces. They create the family matriarch at home that they want to see. They create the children type that they want to see. And they actually... all of our personalities, me and you are 5 to 10 of our favorite movie characters. Because we're actually not
5% of our favorite movie characters.
living until we get to our full soul connection, which is it's a whole journey too. There, you probably never get there even in your eternal life.
Probably 5% of my favorite movie characters when I was growing up. I'm probably like 5% Silent Bob and Jay. Jay and Silent Bob.
You're still
5%.
unwinding from all the programming, from all the stuff you absorbed in your subconscious through your neural networks.
Maybe 5% Kevin James.
Check this out. Basically, Ted Nugent wants a Kyle Rittenhouse on every corner.
Oh, good for him.
We need Kyle Rittenhouse, American good over evil warriors on every street corner in America. Please.
What, selling their asses?
Please.
Are they turning tricks?
A lot of assault rifles.
I need me one of them Kyle Rittenhouses on the corner turning tricks for me.
I want very small gunmen.
Yep.
Carry your gun everywhere. Practice and train. Know your firearm. If a 17-year-old kid can perform
perform what?
Tactically, so efficiently, he lived because of his tactics. They weren't perfect, but they're way better than the average civilian. It's fun to be good with a firearm. It's fun to be familiar with a firearm, just for recreational purposes, but ultimately to neutralize evil forces that would kill or rape or slaughter you or your family. Carry the gun. It doesn't say keep and truck. It doesn't say keep and safe. It doesn't say keep and desk. It doesn't say keep and the gun range. It says keep and bear arms. If you do not keep and bear arms, the Democrats released monsters are looking for you.
The Democrats released monsters.
Yeah.
Will find you, and you can't
Monster
do a
hunt.
damn thing about it.
Is he talking about like the guy that ran over the people in the SUVs because he was released by on bail by the Democrats? Is that what he's calling a guy like that a monster?
Was he?
Yeah, they had a bail release
By
program.
the Democrats?
Well, it was a Democratic group, like a aligned Democratic group that got the bail for people, and the Democrats lowered the bail to a reasonable amount. And he was in there for a violent thing, came out and got in pursuit of a violent thing and kept doing violent stuff. If that's what Ted Nugent's talking about.
you mean before he did the...
Yeah, before.
Okay.
Yeah, so
I
he
was
was-
like, this happened recently?
Yeah, I don't think they've released him since then, but like the before. So is that what he's saying? Is that what he's alluding to with the Democrat released monsters?
I think he just means everybody. Like everybody he doesn't like.
Oh, okay. That's a little...
I don't know.
See?
Wouldn't be surprised.
But Nugent's radical. He thinks everybody should carry a gun. That's not radical. That's sensible. If you're unarmed and helpless, 23 Texans dead at Luby's cafeteria.
What's up with
Everybody
the
gets
cafeteria?
raped or beat up or killed or stabbed or shot or bludgeoned.
Tell us about Courtney Love.
Yeah, please.
Or carjacked. They all have one thing
There's
in
a part of
common.
Courtney Love on every course.
They made the insane, foolish, irresponsible, dumb choice to be
Old man Rev News.
Yeah.
Folks.
I kind of see it.
Hey, folks.
Yeah, if Rev would have learned how to play the guitar and have sex with groupies and underage groupies allegedly.
I mean, that's the thing is like him or hate him, he's a talented musician for like what he makes.
Yeah, I don't think I could name. Was it Cat Scratch Fever? Is that
That's
a Ted
one
Nugent?
song,
Maybe
yeah.
maybe that's the one I could name from.
There's
Ted.
a few other ones that maybe if you heard, you'd be like, oh, I heard that before.
Yeah, probably. Probably.
But maybe not by name.
Yeah, I'm not a Ted Nugent fan.
And plus,
I
that
know
was
he's not
before your
bad.
time, too. Like, all
Yeah.
that shit came out in the late 70s.
He's no Rolling Stones.
Rolling Stone, well...
That's me with like 99% of songs. I don't remember song titles for shit.
armed and helpless. Well, I've never needed a gun. Well, isn't that handy? Well, you never need a fire
okay, Ben?
extinguisher, so get rid of all your fire extinguishers because you haven't needed one. Idiots.
Oh, no.
Idiots that are not prepared. Kyle Rittenhouse was prepared, and the whole world was watching, and the rest of the world is going, God damn it. Yes, there still is an America.
There still
Yes.
is in America.
America
And it's
still
Kyle
has the
Rittenhouse.
right to defend their lives.
The point I was making before we went off on the tangent, Rev has no talent.
Yeah.
Thank God there still is a last best place.
Last best
Please
place.
go to hunternation.org.
Hunter Biden? He's
Join
promoting a
the
Hunter Biden
conservative
website?
army, boots on the ground in all
Why is he
50
promoting
states.
a Hunter Biden website?
Hunternation.org. This is our battle. We played a role in Virginia when we tipped the liberal Marxist Democrat punks upside down. We helped get a truck driver elected in New Jersey over the Marxist, America-hating, commie, punk-ass Democrats.
Democrats.
Punk ass.
Hunternation.org. This is the time.
Was it the...
We are finally
during
sending-
the Rittenhouse shooting, the first guy was Rosenbaum, Jacob Rosenbaum, right?
One of them was Rosenbaum, but I don't remember
he was
which
the first one. Was he the one that was shouting the N-bomb at the BLM movement?
Yeah, the little guy. The guy who had, like, the really bad criminal record.
God. Like, how could you have a better hero to on your side? That sucks. They couldn't have picked a worse guy to be on the other side of Kyle Rittenhouse's gun. That's horrible.
That good must win over evil.
Look, for one, the battle of good and evil is a ridiculous fairy tale. You think you have an enemy. This is the problem with gun people, right?
They're always the good guy.
Yeah, they think they have an enemy in their mind. Their enemy is not going to be stopped by bullets. It's literally people that are going out and robbing and stealing because they can't afford to exist anymore. And they've been conditioned to want certain things beyond their means because that's how our society has been built. And there's less and less going around for everybody to have what they want, let alone what they need. And they get desperate. And in desperate times, instead of looking out for each other, we're arming each other to shoot hungry people. Hungry, desperate people. Good game, guys. Who's the good guy?
Here's Howard Stern talking about Aaron Rodgers.
Oh, no.
I was so worked up over the weekend about this fucking Aaron Rodgers of the NFL. I don't even know where to begin with that story. I mean, this fucking guy, I don't watch football. Sorry, I'm not a big fan. I know the guy's a real good football player. That's why they put up with his bullshit. If I ran the NFL,
he's going to be a Hall of Famer. So, yeah, you know that he's important to the franchise.
if I was if there was decency in this world, I would throw this guy out of the football league so fast. What he did to his fellow teammates. And, bravo, Terry Bradshaw, for what you said, and everyone else who's got half a brain in this country. But this fucking guy, they should throw him out of the league so fast with the guy who crashed his car at 153 miles an hour. And some poor lady was walking her dog, and the dog and the lady burned up in his car because he hit him.
Who's that?
I'm not sure who he's talking about.
And the last words out of her were just screams of pain from the fire.
But you can't just let
he's
football
facing
players
40
go.
years
They
in
have
jail. It should be a
contracts.
life sentence.
Like, what are you supposed to do? Just fire him because he did something you don't like?
I mean, it's not just something they don't like. It's something that is against the regulations of the league, and it caused them to not be able to play him in a few games.
Are we talking about Colin Kaepernick? Because he was against the regulations when
Are
he
you
kneeled.
talking about something totally different than what we're talking about?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'm talking about Aaron Rodgers. We're in a pandemic. They don't want players to spread it to the rest of the team. They don't want players to spread it across teams. And he ended up missing games, and it's really important that he play because he's the starting quarterback, and they practice with him. And football is such an intricate sport that you have to work together with the same people to get on the same page to work as a cohesive unit. And when someone can't play all of a sudden and they have to use the backup, then they have to compromise the way that they would normally play it.
Yeah, I was just pointing out how they got rid of Colin Kaepernick because he was kneeling, but they won't. When these guys are running over women and their dogs and coughing on people.
Oh my God! Yeah,
Kneeling is way worse, though. Come on.
I never heard of the running over their dogs.
Yeah, that one I haven't heard either. I'm like, what was this? Michael Vick came back for revenge on the doggies?
I mean, he just essentially just killed someone with his car. But he should be thrown out of the league, which he was, I assume.
Kathleen Roberts in the pleb chat said the only song by Ted Nugent I know the name of is Jailbait.
Yeah, he does have one.
Oh wow! After Courtney Love came out claiming that she gave fellatio to him at 12 years old, he's got a song called Jailbait.
I think that was before.
Okay,
Courtney Love said that.
So she should have known what she was getting into because he had a song called Jailbait. Now, once again, I want to say happy birthday to Northern Perspectives. It was very sweet of you to celebrate with us on your birthday.
And Aaron Rodgers, come on, dude. Really? That whole bullshit game. Yeah, I have the antibodies. Now, first of all, I don't know where these guys get their information from. They
stop you from spreading it necessarily.
At the press conference, he said he got his information from...
He also has a song called Wang Dang Sweet Poontang.
See, I knew that. I would never thought of it, but now when you said it, I was like, oh, yeah, that's... I think you might have brought that up last time we talked about me not knowing Nugent songs.
Joe Rogan. With all due respect, Joe Rogan's
Why would you go to Joe Rogan with a medical problem?
Yeah, you got doctors who study in medical school. I don't know what has happened to this country.
Yeah. Howard Stern is, I don't know if he's joking or if he's being serious, but he's talking about how he would run for president.
He doesn't even like going in planes, right?
No, he goes on planes.
He does now?
Yeah, he just doesn't like to travel because he's like an introvert and he likes to just
Oh,
stay
I
at
thought he had
home.
like an agoraphobia for traveling or something.
No. He just doesn't like leaving home.
Oh, okay.
Like, he's like a
Okay.
homebody.
Yeah.
But he ran for governor of New York in the 90s, and he started polling as number 1 in the polls, and then realized, holy shit, I'm about to become governor. And then he dropped out of the race because he didn't want the responsibility of being the governor. He just wanted to do his radio show. He was going to get paid more doing the radio show than being governor anyway.
Yeah.
So, tell me if we watched this already. I can't remember.
This is where he
mandate rally.
He's going to anti-vax man.
So I have about an hour drive. So
rally.
time to get ready. Okay,
Nick
I'm ready.
Fuentes.
Got my America First shirt.
I think we may have seen this. Did we?
This is where he shaves his beard?
No, it's not that one.
Let's go.
That's the last one I
we're
remember.
here. Might be a little early. Nothing really. No, we're not going inside or anything. We don't need a mask. Masks are gay. We're against masks. This is the first time in my life somebody asked me for an autograph.
Oh my god. He's signing autographs.
I don't think I've seen this.
Okay.
Yes, America first. First the worst.
Oh, who is this? America
tongues
First
do start.
Superman about to jump over a stack of towed cars?
Traded out the purple boat.
They're wearing cloaks.
Yeah.
They're showing up with cloaks.
They look like Hogwarts rejects.
Notice how their
Totally
hats
not
are
a
blue
cult,
now?
though.
Hufflepuff first. Okay, you got a mark?
Is that the sorting hat?
Shut the fuck up, bitch. Get out of here.
Sorting hat sent me to America First. Oh, fuck.
With Nick Fuentes.
Yeah.
Spexo chat, represent America first.
Now kiss him.
Guys, awesome.
Do you know when Jailbait came out for Ted Nugent?
You're looking into this now.
Because Ted Nugent in 1978 began a relationship with a 17-year-old
Yeah.
Hawaii native.
Yep. This is
Pele
well known.
Masa. The age of sexual consent in Hawaii at the time was 16. However, they could not marry due to the age of difference. To get around this, Nugent joined Masa's parents in signing documents to make himself her legal guardian so he could take her with him across state lines and bang. That's kind of sick.
All right, so read this.
In Jailbait, Ted Nugent talks about how attractive he finds jailbait underage girls, specifically talking about a 13-year-old in the song. He also talks about the potential legal problems with that, suggesting he could get out of it by having the officer handcuff the girl instead so he can share her with the police. Jailbait is the fourth song of the live album titled Intensities in 10 Cities, released in 1981 by Ted Nugent. The song was written and arranged by Ted Nugent. So this son of a bitch had already gotten a 17-year-old girl to be his daughter so he could take her across state lines to fuck her. He became her legal guardian.
Yeah, they had the VH1 Behind the Music. They interviewed her. They were married for a while. I remember that.
Goober and the Goober clan. That's sick, dude. I had no idea about that.
I'm pretty sure you did.
I didn't. I don't follow I wish Onision would have known you could do that.
Where's Cowboy Conway?
Convert, faggot.
Oh my god.
Convert, food.
This is a peaceful movement. We're not like them.
We're not like them.
Radical love for our people.
Oh, I forgot. Nick Fuentes is the Radical Love hippie group.
Yeah, look at them. This is the summer of love right here. This is basically right-wing Woodstock.
This is like the majority
Good job,
of the
you
love
hippies.
they've ever felt in their life, where their brothers wearing America First hats. This is the type of people that don't want to put Juggalo paint on their face. They just buy America First hats. The same mentality. They're just here. They're brothers. They're a band of brothers.
Make no mistake
They're a
about
band of Eskimo cousins with each other.
it. This is an act of radical love for this country, for our families, and for our people. And we're out here in this particular location.
There's one old guy holding the flag, and then it's a bunch of Zoomers, sexually repressed incel Zoomers, just standing around like with their arms folded like this, like
outside
Yeah.
the Staten Island University Hospital because last month they fired 1,400 healthcare workers because they refused to get vaccinated.
Yeah, we want our healthcare workers carrying highly infectious diseases.
That's a good idea.
Right.
And I can't help but
Because then when
think
you get sick, you've got the healthcare professional right there.
Yeah, I mean, like,
Treat you.
if they don't mandate it anywhere else, that's the place where they should absolutely mandate it.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
right now we're in the middle
you'd think this is common sense.
of this vaccine mandate
Common sense
craze.
hasn't been common for a long time, sadly.
But let's not forget that it's been the past 2 years that first responders, police, firefighters, healthcare workers, they were holding the line throughout the whole pandemic. And now how are they being repaid? Our police officers are being threatened with termination and losing their pensions. We have a pretty large police presence here, wouldn't you say, today? Yeah. How about that? I don't really know how to feel about it, honestly.
I don't know how to feel about it, honestly.
I don't really know how to feel about it because I know that they're out here because Antifa
They're on Staten Island in this, in New York City.
terrorists and other left-wing scum.
Staten Island's got the highest case of COVID in New York City, right?
I don't know, but that sucks. I mean, there are ferries that go back and forth from Staten Island to the other parts of New York all the time. So you'd think they'd want to get that under control too, or just quarantine that entire island. Be like, you're stuck on this island for now.
Yeah. They alerted the police and they said that it's a group of dangerous white nationalists and terrorists coming outside the hospital.
Okay, well, they got part of it right. You're white nationalist. Dangerous? Probably not. Maybe your
Yeah.
ideology is dangerous.
I don't
but-
think you got a Rittenhouse in that crowd.
Am I right? I'm sure that's what they said.
Well, in New York City, you can't have a concealed weapon.
Yeah.
That's illegal.
Can you open carry in New York City?
No.
Okay.
No, you can't even own a gun privately easily. You need to go through some serious checks to even own a firearm.
But that's not what
Legally.
this is. This is a gathering of we the people standing up to the real power in this country. Does the real power come from you guys who are all college-age, young people, working-class people? Or does it come from Big Pharma, from New York government, from the mayor's office, from the lobbyists? We're the ones that are out here on the front lines against them every day. Yeah! Let's go! And we have a crucifix here. Can you hold that up?
Can you hold up that crucifix? That you
Yay, we've never seen one of those before.
that you threw in somebody's face earlier and called them the FA slur?
Yeah, they had a pair of sticks with a naked guy on it, and they were shoving it in someone else's face, calling them the F slur.
Yeah.
But they have a naked man being tortured, and they're like, "See, isn't that hot?"
A BDSM symbol.
Yeah, some weird stuff.
I'm glad there's such a loving and accepting religion.
Christ is king! Christ is king! Christ is king! You go down to like Venice Beach, you go to Times Square, you go down to some of these cities, and you see the way our country has really fallen. You see the filth and the scum and all this, and people say,
Yeah,
"Oh,
see the filth."
that's your freedom, that's your right as Americans."
He's like a little ventriloquist puppet.
Yeah, you go to the absolute worst areas that we have in America and you focus on them when all you guys are coming from your tiny suburbs trying to save the world from your little suburb areas that haven't been touched. How about you spend a little time trying to get those people out of the goddamn streets?
No.
Give them a biscuit or something.
I'm sorry. I don't celebrate America because of degenerates like that. That's not why I say America first.
Well, then you're not a real patriot. We're all Americans, sucker.
I say America first because we here have the freedom as autonomous citizens with dignity and natural rights to express our faith and to protect our families. That's why I say America first.
Okay, have a family then. Have a family first if you want to protect
He
your
doesn't have
family.
one.
You don't have a family. And if you wanna protect your faith, practice your faith, but don't go spamming your cross in someone's face and calling them the FA slur. What are you doing here? That's not faith. That's spewing hatred and ignorance. Do better.
America first! America first! America first!
America first in COVID.
Oops.
Yep.
Are we even the first though? Like I wonder.
We are. We're yes. Yes, we are. We're first in cases and deaths.
Damn.
Well, I'll bring up the numbers because I was looking at them earlier.
I thought we would have had India.
Nobody
India would have
COVIDs
had us
like
beat.
America COVIDs.
Yeah, we're number one.
I thought India had it really bad with their numbers. I thought it would be.
Did you? So here's.
Yeah, nobody beats America though.
We're number one. We're number one.
Let me see here. I gotta find those numbers that I had. Worldwide COVID cases. There we go.
I had.
All right, so.
Coronavirus.
Here's worldwide cases.
India's second. Okay.
Yep, but we've got a pretty solid lead on them.
I wonder if these are reported deaths. You think India probably is able to report everything?
I like how you said something and now you're doubting the numbers so that it could still be India.
I'm just wondering if like these are the ones that got reported because there's so many people in India, right?
There's a lot of people in India. There's even more people in China, and China's where it started. So by your logic, China should have.
Is there more people in China now?
Yes.
I did not know that.
There's been more people in China for our entire lives.
No way, really?
Yes.
Hey, look at this.
I
I
thought
can't
India
even
had 'em
see
beat.
Canada
No.
on this list right now.
I guess I just hear more
We're
about
way
India
down.
because they have a YouTube channel, and China doesn't.
That is not a good reason.
You know me. I love YouTube. I like Jake
okay.
Paul. Brazil's up there. The UK, Russia. Turkey coming in number 6. What y'all doing, Turkey?
USA is like 50% more than number 2.
I like to see Turkey in the top 10 after Thanksgiving. It's really good.
Yeah.
Iran, Germany, and Argentina.
See, China has 1,439,000,000 people, and India has 1,380,000,000 people. So,
Yeah, this is India over there has 1.4 on the population. Is China even on here?
China should be on here.
Are they just not reporting?
I don't know. I mean, like, there's no way I can go investigate that and actually verify that. Let me see where China is on here, but anything's possible. Germany could be faking it.
If we search by population, would it come up?
There's China.
113.
China.
Yeah.
So China's got about 40 million more people than
India.
India.
Yeah.
I mean, it started there, so they're probably have all got the antibodies by now.
Because China used to have the limit to birthright, like you only have one child. Supposedly, that was the
that was actually a
that
law
being
for a
lifted
long
probably
time.
is what kept them from having India beat them. I think when I was a kid, they were like, India is projected to beat China by the time you're 20 or something. And that's probably what I was thinking of.
I've never heard that. India at one time historically had more people than China, but it was a very long time ago.
Yeah, when I was a kid, there was a projection that was put out that said India would have them beat by like 2000. I was a little kid.
Okay.
And I just assumed that India would have got there by now. Pussy ass.
You
India.
just haven't checked in for 21
Definitely
years.
didn't. Probably more than that, yeah. I probably haven't checked in for 30
Good
years.
story, bro.
It's true.
Okay.
25 years?
First! America first! America first! America first! America first! America first! So it is my conviction in this country, and it's my conviction in this country's God, that I will say
This
America
country's
first
God?
until my last and dying breath.
Each
I
country
guess he's
has
a different
their own
God than the other Christians
Okay.
in the other countries.
This country's God. This country's God's not even like
It's money.
In God we trust.
Yeah.
Put it on the money.
Yeah.
Oops.
Yeah. In God,
God we
meaning
trust fund.
the paper you're holding and reading this off of, we trust.
But if it's this country's God, would it be their God, or would like whoever has the highest representation of faith in this country, would they control the God? Because there's not more Catholics in this country than there is Baptists, is there?
There's more Protestants.
Protestants, that's what it is.
But Catholic is a singular church, and Protestants are all like a lot of the other Christian religions. So like Lutherans and Anglicans and Baptists and all of those other they group together as Protestants. So it's just like there's mostly not Catholic and Catholic.
Christ is King. 3 of Hearts.
Hey, Daniel, we got you. Oh, Lord. Actually, 3 of Hearts is taken, Daniel. I'm going to have to give you the 3 of Diamonds. Can't believe you picked one of the cards. I'll give you 3 of Diamonds, okay? The 3 Queens and the 3 of Hearts were taken.
But another thing I was going to point out here, we're about to hit our 800,000th death.
For Cobes?
Yeah, and we will hit 1 million. It's a certainty. We will hit 1 million. And if
I'd
we
be
look
shocked if he didn't.
Yeah. Yeah, and you look at India, you look at Brazil, they have high casualties, but not like us.
What are we at in Canada here? I think we were like number 26 or something. What's our total death?
Let's
I think it was higher than that, but maybe I'm wrong.
Like, I think we're number 26 in the list. Yeah.
26.
29,000 deaths. Okay.
That's nothing compared
Bit different.
800,000.
Yeah.
Nothing compared.
Of course, we have a lot less people.
A lot
overall,
less
too, but
people,
still.
but there were a lot of measures taken there that it sucked to have to deal with those measures, but I think it,
they helped.
They weren't letting Americans come in easily. Like, you had to have a good reason and a vaccine or a negative test before the vaccines came out.
Yeah, we don't want to let people in from the number 1 most infected country in the world.
Yeah, that's low numbers considering that you share a large border with the most infected country in the world.
We didn't let a lot of people through. They're pretty serious in Canada, too. I have a lot of people who have gone in and out of Canada. Buddy of mine goes up there for work, and they have him like quarantined in a hotel.
Yep.
And then when the wrestlers came down here before, like I believe Scott's friend Dan, our friend Dan, came down to wrestle, and he had to quarantine in and out.
I know our military is doing it to with the troops too. Like, if our military people have to leave the country and come back, they've got to quarantine. As well.
I'm surprised that there's so many firefighters and police officers and people in those kind of fields that just refuse to get vaccinated, whereas in the military, you don't hear about that a lot. Like, it's not optional.
Yeah.
Right.
You're like, I think it's a dishonorable discharge if you just won't get it, which is not a good thing.
Yeah, my roommate's in the reserves, so I hear about this stuff from him.
Because I don't know about you, and I said this in Springfield, and it's still true. I'm wearing this bulletproof vest here today.
What if they shoot you in the head?
Are going to have to kill me before I get this vaccine. I choose no vaccines ever.
He says that now, but if there really
vaccines
was
ever.
a gun to his head, he'd get the fucking vaccine in an instant.
Has he explained what his problem with the concept of vaccines in general is? Like, not necessarily just this one specifically, but he just said he hates all vaccines.
He's just hyperbolic. The people that follow him are just sheep that have no identity of their own, so they live vicariously through him and their kind of group mentality together, and they all just jerk each other off and be like, yeah, you're right, yeah.
Due to the tribal aspect of humanity, they're always trying to follow a leader, and when they don't have a direct leader to tell them what to do, if they're in question, if they're questioning their leader, they're open to find a new leader. So when we're sitting here and they're not sure whether or not they should get the vaccine, they're worried about the vaccine, they have some fears, they will feed their fears by finding someone like Nick Fuentes, and he knows this. He's taking advantage of the people who are not maybe educated enough on it, who might not know, and he is yelling, I have the answer for you, and the answer is to die before you take the vaccine. Because that's what he just said he was going to do.
Yep.
He said, I'll have them kill me before I take this vaccine. Well, I'll tell you what, a lot of people who haven't taken the vaccine, Nick Fuentes, have died. And that's the sad part. And they spread it, and it has killed some people who have taken the vaccine as well. You're not immune to the dying just because you take the vaccine. The idea was that we all get vaccinated and we all have protection, so we don't spread it as easily.
And it's like a marginal amount of people overall that got COVID and died from it after being fully vaccinated. It's like a marginal amount.
But it's definitely it's a ploy to grab more people that are not sure yet. And you make them sure by telling them directly that, hey, stand by me. I won't take it. I'll die before I take it. Follow me. Buy my stupid fucking hat.
We should stop talking about this.
That's what he's saying.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that.
I know, but does YouTube know that?
Well, they better know that.
Okay.
It's stupid if they
Do
don't.
you think he's already had his jab, actually?
Maybe.
Thank you very much. Fuck the vax! Fuck the vax! Fuck the vax!
We can all agree on something. I'm supporting a guy who actually had an interview with Milo is calling me a faggot.
Yeah.
Hilarious.
You're a faggot.
Hilarious.
Your glasses are gay! Fact.
Oh my
Stupid thing to say.
Fact.
Get him out of here. So I'll stand right here and I can still talk to these guys. Get him out of here.
What is going on?
If you're going to talk, go over there. If not, release it. Are you speaking from there or are you moving? Where's
Everyone, if you haven't liked the stream already, please throw us a like here. And a quick refresher for anyone who doesn't know about the game tonight and the shirts. The shirts have not been designed yet. Basically, a few people are going to win some shirts. Here's an example of a design that we've done in the past, and Billy will tell you the rules to the game.
Oh, yeah. So everybody who donates $20 or above, put in a card from the deck. Suck a card out of my deck. We're going to suck my deck, and we already have 5 cards picked. The 3 of hearts, 3 of diamonds, the queen of hearts, the queen of diamonds, and the queen of clubs. As you can see, this chart I made has the available cards to suck out of my deck. If you want to suck my deck, $20 or above. If you hit $100 total donations tonight, we'll just send you a shirt as a thank you. Northern Perspectives getting one on his birthday. Happy birthday again! Really awesome. Thank you for the continued support of the show. We love you here, and I'm glad to see you made it to 35. I remember turning 35 myself, and it was the best day of my life. Maybe I can't remember. I drank a lot.
Sorry about that, Bill. Thanks for catching my fuck up. Keep
course.
up the good work.
Of course, Daniel. I got you. If you guys pick a card that's already been picked, I'm just going to pick one closest to it. So like same suit, same number, or if that's not available, maybe the one above or after it. Stuff like that. We'll fill you up. We'll get you a card. They're non-fuckable tokens. And we will draw one at the end of the night when we hit the goal. And we'll give a shirt to that person. Anybody who's given over $100 in total donations tonight, $100 or more, will get one anyways. It's just that simple. It's that simple. Like the stream. It's very important you like the stream. If you don't like the stream, I will cry. I'll cry hard too, like stupid hard, and I won't do it on screen either. I won't give you guys. The benefit.
you won't get the pleasure of watching.
Yeah, I'll wait until I'm off, then I'll just cry my way home. I'll probably pee myself a little too. I don't know why. I got that feeling. In the chat, Chocolate Chucks of the nonsense straw man idea that people who don't want the vax are uneducated or misinformed is false and tired. I mean, it really doesn't matter, Chocolate Chuck. My statement earlier was that these people are not informed, and they're looking, and they find Nick Fuentes, and they follow Nick Fuentes because they don't know who else to follow. Nick Fuentes is not giving any sort of scientific information here. He's saying he'd rather die than get vaccinated, right? And that really is a possibility.
Can I have a
if you
card
don't.
picked by someone highly regarded?
Ben, you want to pick the card? You're highly regarded.
Okay, buddy.
Krendar, are you highly regarded?
No, unfortunately not.
You wanna pick
I
the
need
card?
more regard before I can qualify for that.
Well, then I guess I'm the most highly regarded person here, and I'll pick the card. I'm going to pick, let's see.
I know I regard you highly, Billy.
Thank you. I'm going to do the ace of boom, boom, boom. The ace of clubs.
The ace of clubs.
Ace of clubs. Boom, 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 boom. Menstrual jelly, it's going in.
Okay.
Because I'm highly regarded. I'm held in highest regard, as voted by the stream.
Here's an interview that they gave Tyson Fury about Logan Paul or Jake Paul and Logan Paul. Actually, he talks about both of them in this.
Andrew McCart, IFL TV, proudly sponsored by Everlast. I'm here with the Gypsy King, the WC Heavyweight Champion of the world. Tyson, last time I saw you, we were in Vegas living up, but now you've done your part. You've won. You beat Wilder for the trilogy, but now you're training your little brother Tommy to be a YouTuber. You're joking about. You're having a laugh. You're saying things that Tommy's masturbating. Yeah. He's drinking pints. Yeah. But are you taking this serious, or is this just a laugh for you?
Just a laugh. It is what you said. Yeah. Can't be serious, because when you take boxing too seriously, you lose. I've never took boxing serious in my life, and I've won every fight I've ever had.
That's fair.
Yeah. So it must be a thing, got to be.
Do you think Tommy feels not so much pressure? I know you don't feel the pressure, but when I hear like ex-champions, I'm not going to throw anyone under the bus, ex-champions on TV and on these YouTube channels saying that I think Jake Paul's going to beat Tommy. Yeah. When you hear these ex-fighters, these world champions in their own right, say this sort of thing, what do you think to yourself?
I don't think anything, because I don't watch interviews, or I don't watch things like that, so I don't see it. But yeah, anyone who thinks Jake Paul can beat Tommy is ludicrous, joking.
Again, you're the coach for the first time, you're in the corner. I see you having a laugh and stuff like that, but...
Yeah, he's coaching his brother to fight Jake Paul.
When you put in post on Instagram, it seems serious.
Jake Paul versus Tommy from the Bronx.
I mean, he's fighting the brother of the greatest boxer in the world right now.
Do you think that they could somehow do like a 2-on-2 boxing match?
No.
Dad hitting you with a menace ball, Tommy getting ding, you're really, really tough on them. So there is that element of seriousness as well. It's not just 100%
training hard. You work hard and you play hard. That's how we roll. When we're in that gym, we don't play around. We train hard. When we're out of it, we fuck around like nobody's business. It's like banter and every day, all day. Like, you should see what I do to him in the mornings and stuff. It's absolutely ridiculous. You'd have to get a camera in the house one of the days and check it out, but it's crazy stuff like what's going on in camp.
So they'll do Tyson Fury streamer house.
Camera right there.
It's like Camp Funhouse. Don't worry about that.
It's in Tampa, it's in Florida and stuff like that. Jake Paul said all these things about. He makes it personal. He brings in Molly. He brings in all these sort of stuff. How do you feel? Do you feel upset that the fact that he brings in Tommy's family and his girlfriend and stuff like that? He should just keep it between
his answer to this is
between Tommy and him, right?
I don't really care. He better keep his girlfriend on a leash, because you know what Big T's in town. Fucking, they're not safe. Lock up your women and hide your men, because we're coming to Florida. Well, I am anyway.
Did you see what his dad said?
Yeah, I watched the thing with his dad.
Do we
too.
have that?
I do have that also.
Okay, because his dad straight up said some crazy shit to Jake Paul.
Yes.
Some
He was
crazy
like, "You're
shit.
lucky I'm not allowed to come to America," is one of the things he said.
He was like,
I think he's banned from
He's
America.
Like, me son's gonna beat you up, and he's gonna come and he's gonna bend your girl over and run her up the bum or something like that.
Yeah.
Like, holy shit.
Again, do you feel pressure on yourself being that this is...
Jake Paul and his brother's two pussies. So Tommy could beat them both on one night.
He said he wants to fight you.
Logan could suck my balls.
He can suck my balls.
He can suck my balls. This is great. This is so much better.
Yeah, but Tommy will batter them both. I'm sure when he beats the one brother, the other one will want to fight him, and then he can fight him as well. So double babble, son.
Double babble, son.
We're looking forward to getting out there and having a good party up.
Tyson Fury's way bigger than both of the Paul brothers. They're not even in the, they're like light heavyweight.
Are they?
Yeah, they're light heavyweight.
I hope you come into the after party.
Are you inviting me?
Plenty of alcohol. You're invited.
There we go. That's all I need, the Gypsy Kings. Tyson, do you feel pressure being that this is your first coaching job? You're going to be in the corner.
No pressure. I know how good Tommy is. I see him knock people's spark out in the gym every day. He's a real banger, and when he gets one shot on Logan Paul, he'd be kissing the canvas.
He's going to fight
Good
Jake
night,
Paul.
Vienna. Bye-bye.
He's set to fight Jake Paul.
He gets them mixed up like I do.
That's great.
Yeah, Tyson Fury is 6'9", 278. Jake Paul's what, like 6 foot, maybe... I don't even know if he's 200.
He's probably
like
6'2", 6'1", 6'2".
He's probably like 180, 190. Tyson Fury's got nearly 100 pounds on him, and he's 8 inches taller than him. He's got long arms.
But they're not fighting.
No. Well, they're talking smack to him, though.
Yeah, because his little brother is fighting, and he's going to be in the corner.
But here's the thing. He's the world champion, and he's not going to fight someone that doesn't work his way up to fight him, even if it's an exhibition.
Old dirty knockout like Tommy keeps talking about.
You seem more excited about this fight than you did against Wilder 3, the third fight.
I'm excited because it's... you can have fun with this type of fight. Like, he's not fighting Artur Beterbiev, is he? For the World Light Heavyweight Championship to get his brains knocked out. He's fighting some crank, jumping around on a videotape and getting paid millions of dollars to do it. Why can't he be happy and fun? It's all fun. Great.
I know you like the fun. Jake's obviously been mocking you on Instagram on the stories, like with the coffee.
I've been terrorising Jake on his inboxes. So, yeah. They think they're little talkers, but welcome to my world. I rule the talking world. Me. Not pretend videos and stuff, actually, like, rule it.
Thanks, I wouldn't be doing my job if I asked your fight in February. You're saying you're going to 100% fight in February and March and stuff like that. Joe Joyce has said his calendar's free in February. If you can't get the Dillian White, would you entertain Joyce?
No, I'm not really interested in fighting Joe Joyce. I'm probably looking at someone like Savannah Marshall to fight.
He's like, I'm going to fight this woman.
In a cross-gender heavyweight championship matchup.
He's fucking around hardcore.
Yeah. That's more interesting to me.
That's more interesting to me than fighting this guy.
She can wear
Jake Paul's 6'1", 190 pounds.
Tyson Fury is a giant compared to him.
Yeah.
It's crazy how much shorter his brother is than him. His brother's like 6'1".
Yeah,
probably
his
about
brother's 6 foot tall.
Yeah,
he weights as light heavyweight. Jake ranks as a cruiserweight.
Oh damn! So he's fighting a weight class above him, and it's Tyson Fury's brother being trained by Tyson Fury.
As a fighter, I think she's an unbelievable fighter, and I'd be really interested in making the fight with her, to be honest.
I want to see Jake Paul's dad fight Tyson Fury's dad.
Tyson Fury's dad would destroy him.
Oh, yeah.
Really
I want to see
bad.
it, though.
Tyson Fury's dad was a pro boxer at one point.
I want to see Jake Paul's dad get his ass.
My dad could beat up your dad.
Yeah, but basically at the end, he's like, there's only two people who I would seriously fight, and if they're not going to do it, then I'm not fighting it.
Is out there, Savannah? Take it up.
Yeah.
Thanks, thank you so much for your time. I know.
Yeah, here's a little bit of this. This is ridiculous because... And by the way, we're going to cover the fight live like we normally do, and we're going to have Dylan Burns with us and Asterios also.
Nice.
Yeah.
All right.
He's... Yeah, that's Tyson Fury's brother.
Mine. I'll take your dad's name over. You got your dad's name over it.
I'm here to promote, and I'm a wizard.
That's his dad right there.
Yeah.
How is he so much taller than everybody in his family? What is that?
He probably got growth hormones.
I don't know what happened.
He got a spurt. He's got a spurt.
I
don't always make big old giants.
He is a giant.
I'd make anybody
look at him. He got really fat for a minute because he'd never lost the title. He kind of vacated it.
Yeah.
And got addicted to drugs and became an alcoholic and gained like 100 pounds. And when he first came back to boxing, he was way fatter than he is now. So he was probably over 400.
Even Tyson. Cheers.
Yeah, let's go again. How are we doing, Tommy?
Feeling good, feeling fit, putting some hard training.
When does Jake Paul come on? Oh, here he is. All right. So Jake Paul's like in a pool with sunglasses on.
And a pineapple hat.
This is a press conference for this boxing match that they're going to have.
Yeah.
Kid as much as they want in a short amount of time, and that's not the way boxing works. Tommy's greedy. Tyson's trying to coach him like a champion, but the kid's not a champion.
How do you know? You know nothing about boxing. How do you know? You know nothing about boxing, and your team know nothing about boxing. I watched you mate on the telly. You're all useless, and you're gonna find out on the 18th when you're getting bombed.
You're getting bummed.
So I should do my head in this kid. Take the glasses off, idiot.
Frank, Jake, I'm going to try to come to the back word. I'm going to try to throw the back word.
Here!
Yeah, this is the funniest
I've seen him
shit.
fight this guy.
Yeah, that's Tyson Fury's dad. He used to be a pro boxer, and he's probably pretty old now, like in his 60s or something.
Jonathan, it's expensive equipment. We'll just
He's
wait for a
about ready to
second.
jump through the TV.
He could.
We'll wait for a second. Save it for
Blanket
later.
screening.
Leave the screens out of this, John.
This is going to be in front of the world. This is going to be a huge audience. Something that's
I don't know
quite
who
new
this
to
guy
me.
is.
But the fact of the matter is, the winner of this fight, which I believe will be Tommy. But
Someone said in every family someone's the tallest. Yeah, but it's not normal. It's not usual that the tallest one is 8 inches taller than everyone else.
I'm 8 inches taller than my dad.
You're 8 inches taller than him?
About,
Your dad's
yeah.
shorter than me?
He's 5'7", yeah.
Oh, I had no idea.
Yeah.
That's
the winner of
insane.
this fight is going to be one of the most famous people on the planet. So they have everything to go for. And for me, I'm excited about this. I'm so excited to see what the outcome's going to be.
Poor old Jake Paul's going to get severely knocked out, and that's it.
Look how long his arms
You're
are,
a master
too.
of the mind games. You're a master of
Those
talking. You're a
arms look
master of
like
set-
legs.
I know.
Like he's the way he's even sitting them. It's like
Yeah.
he's sitting cross-legged from his shoulders. His head is his dick, and he's just got he's man spreading with his shoulders.
He's going to punch you from halfway across the ring.
Yeah, I feel like he's gonna do a cartwheel and just start yelling at me with his balls.
Appreciate a lot of what Jake does there.
He hasn't really done anything. I'm waiting for this master of sales to do something.
Well, I think one of my boxing
Be quiet in the presence of greatness, idiot.
Just 2 months ago, you were saying, "Oh, Jake's a fresh air. We love what he's doing." Me and John, or whatever his name is, love what he's doing. So make up your mind.
That was a few months ago. Now I think you're a wanker.
He was all like, "Oh, yeah, we used to say you liked me," and he's like, "Well, that was 8 months ago. Now I think you're a wanker." Yeah. I hope Jake Paul gets in Tyson Fury's face and Tyson Fury just punches his ass, but he would get in trouble.
I don't know, like I think his little brother has what it takes to beat Jake Paul.
I think so.
But at the same time, I almost see it going differently just because it's entertainment. I don't know if it's going to be as legit as we hope it is.
It's not a Triller one, is it?
I believe they've all been through Showtime now with Jake Paul. He's been distributed by Showtime. He stopped with Triller a few matches ago. Yeah, I hope it's a real match too, Chat. I think it's a real match.
If it's like sanctioned and everything, then it is. I don't know.
Yeah.
And it's not an exhibition, like it's an actual sanctioned match.
What's Tommy Fury's fight history look like? Do we know?
It's very similar
to Jake Paul.
Yes. Well, he's fought real boxers though, and Jake Paul just fought like ex-MMA fighters and that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
He,
Tommy Fury's dad made a gross remark about Jake Paul's girlfriend. It's true. It was very gross. Luckily, this is boxing where some of the biggest stars in boxing are really gross in their shit talking.
Tommy Fury has more wins.
4 KOs, 7-0 wins.
Yeah.
They're putting him 6 foot to 6 foot. They're saying Jake Paul's only 6 foot. He said 6'1" on the other page I looked at, but
who knows?
Yeah. And he didn't like dominate Tyrone Woodley either. He went to the rounds on that. Yeah, he might get knocked out by Tommy Fury, or this might be
We'll see.
a setup.
We'll see. Yeah, this is through Showtime though.
Because what's Tommy Fury got to lose? He's already said he's getting like the biggest payday of his life, right? He's like I'm going to knock him out. I get the biggest payday. I was like, you don't get this unless you're like world champion for 10 years type of payday. So these guys are eating.
Yeah.
It would be bad for business for Jake Paul to lose, I think, unless he has a redemption arc. And this could be his redemption arc. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens.
I would think that Tommy Fury, being the family that he's from, wouldn't take a dive.
Yeah, maybe.
I don't know. We'll see.
His brother's going to be there in the corner. He's probably getting paid to be in the corner too, right? Like he's probably getting paid
probably
because he was like Jake Paul's like 8 months ago. You liked me. What changed? He's like you're a wanker.
Yeah,
that was 8 months ago, and so maybe they're all in cahoots. Maybe they're all going to make big money off this. Tyson Fury's saying he doesn't know who he wants to face next. He doesn't really care to face many people.
No, he knows who he wants to face next, but it's very few people.
Yeah,
and when you're at that level, like Jake and Logan Paul could never possibly fight through the boxing rankings to get a fight with Tyson Fury. It would be impossible. They would get beat very quickly early on. If they didn't lose their very first match, I would be surprised if they won their second.
But now Tyson Fury's breaking out into a whole new audience with his shit talking too, because he's getting this Jake Paul audience that wouldn't have followed him through boxing. So he could be going for his next stage in his career.
Not while he's world champion. He's not. He's gonna do the world champion thing.
There's nothing bad about being a wanker because I'm a king guy.
You're gonna have a funny look at the team around you.
Do you think Mike Tyson would have a chance against Tyson Fury?
No, not now. Maybe young Mike Tyson. Maybe.
Come on, my friend. And I'm not going to say too much because you're the type of person.
Because they're totally different styles,
totally different sizes.
Mike Tyson's like 5'10".
Yeah,
it's crazy.
He'd have to do like some sort of Horyuken or whatever, the spinning upward, spinning uppercut.
Yeah.
Pull out at you. So I'm not going to say too much because I can see what you are. So keep saying when you go up.
I'm there, and I can see the fear in your eyes because you won't take them glasses off. And that's a first class shit house. You won't remove his eyewear.
You can't even see my eyes, old man.
Get the glasses off, you idiot. I can see good enough.
That's why you're a single old man.
Yeah, I'll tell you what it is. You wouldn't like to meet the old man. You can thank your lucky stars that I'm banned from your country.
See, you thank your lucky stars that I'm banned from your country.
I get you and slap you.
I wonder why he's banned. He must have gotten in trouble.
Get off! Get off! You
Leave the screens alone again, John. Leave the screens alone. Let's come back to Tommy. Tommy, let's come back to
You wouldn't be man enough to stand in the presence of me because I wish you'd try and whip my hat off. You know that face? I pull a chunk out of it in 30 seconds flat.
He's talking so much shit.
Yeah. Jesus Christ. All right, we'll move on to something else.
So Tyson Fury's father, John Fury, was sent to prison for 11 years after gouging out a man's eye during an altercation.
There you go.
Fury, who was 46 at the time, was placed behind bars for gouging the eye out of his former friend, Othie Sykes, over a long-running feud about a bottle of beer.
I'm telling you, like, Jake Paul's messing with the wrong guy.
That was a friend who they were friends, but they had a long-running feud over a bottle of beer. And after a long-running feud, he gouged out his ex-friend's eye and went to jail for 11 years. Oh,
Must
wow.
be some good beer.
Wowzers. This is great.
Yeah. He's a lunatic.
Yeah.
Let's check out.
Look at Tyson Fury's face.
Yeah,
he's
look
like,
at him.
He's like, you know how I got this big? I had to get this big so I could start whooping my dad's ass back to save me and my little brother.
Right.
I saved my little brother. He never had to get this big because he never had to fight my dad when he was a little kid.
Yeah.
He was like, Dad was in jail for 11 years. I was like, I'm going to get big enough that when he gets out, I can whoop his ass.
Tyson Fury is older than he looks, too.
He looks...
Or, I mean, younger than he looks, rather.
Was he,
younger.
like, in his 30s?
Yeah, he's in, like, his, like, mid to late 30s.
I'm going to go take a sabbatical to the bathroom. If anybody wants to dono while I'm gone, I'll come back and read them.
All right.
And play Tiddlywinks. And Krendar, you hold down the fort with Ben for me, please. Please.
Yeah, hold down the fort.
Please. All right, see you guys in a minute.
He's going to be gone for like a half hour.
Could be. Cakes.
Everyone, please like the stream if you haven't already. We'll hold off on the content until he comes back. So
Chat wants to know whatever happened to Shirt Guy.
I don't know.
Just went quiet one day.
Anyway, everyone like the stream if you haven't already. And the NFTs, if you want an NFT tonight, do us a favor. Ben at drunkenpeasants.com. Send me your shirt size and your shipping address. And then we'll get to you your NF.
Ben, you can't leave me on this screen. I'm going to get canceled again.
Yeah. Yes. This is where you get canceled.
No.
Forever.
No. But I like it here.
Oh, I don't like the taste of this smoke is not the greatest. It's like the cheaper stuff, you know. It's kind of
yeah. Get what you pay for sometimes, you know.
Yeah, it was given to me as a gift, and it does the trick, but it's not my favorite ever. Which tastes like candy normally.
Weird.
Doe knows.
Down knows.
Joe knows.
Oh no.
What? We'll just make funny sounds this whole time. The Ted Nugent stuff is just crazy. Like, I can't handle it.
Always.
Yeah.
Guy's a lunatic.
Can't handle this stuff. It's too much.
We should get him and TBob to hang out.
TBob does not hang out. TBob waits.
Oh, shit. He waits and then pounces on those buttholes.
Pounces on the buttholes.
He loves buttholes. He wants to see them all.
Oh, God.
He's like Pokemans, but for buttholes.
Butthole. Yeah, he wants to take the butthole challenge with all of the Pokemans. He wants to put
Gotta
them.
catch them all.
He's got to catch all the VDs he can. Everyone, please
That's
like
what
the
the
stream.
anti-maskers are doing. They got to catch all the diseases.
Yeah.
Coffee mon. Kofi mon.
Yeah, TBob and Ted Nugent talking. I'm afraid of what would even come up. I'm guessing TBob has some weird conspiracy theory about Ted Nugent. Like, he'll probably be like, "You're gay."
Everything.
You know, he'll probably accuse him of being gay or something. You never know.
Guaranteed. Everybody's gay on the whole planet except for Bob.
Yep. Who probably is actually gay, secretly.
Guaranteed.
And you're pounding.
Nobody's that obsessed with gayness without being gay and trying to hide it.
Yeah, when he was talking about pounding that poop, I was like, sounds like you've thought about this quite a bit.
A little too much. I mean, how do you hide something without accusing everybody else of being it as a distraction? I bet he loves Raising Cane's, actually.
He loves Raising Cane's.
I want to try Raising Cane's, but we don't have them here.
The first time I ever tried it when I lived in Columbus, Ohio. They have it there. It's from the South originally, but they're all over. I wonder if there is one around here. It's probably
Do you like them? Any good?
It's probably I mean, it's fine. It's like fried chicken tenders, you know.
Yeah, sounds good to me.
I'm
still just disappointed with the fact that we've got a Popeye's chicken here, like just down the road from where I live, and it's pretty mediocre. It's quite a saddening experience.
That's strange. Maybe
because the first time I ever had Popeye's chicken, I was in Vegas, and it was delicious.
So it's a border issue.
I think either it's a border issue or it's just this particular franchise is employing a bunch of lazy assholes.
Wow,
I don't know.
The closest Raising Cane's to me, from what I see here, is all the way down in Portland, Oregon. So like the next major city south of me. You know, it's like a 3-hour drive.
When this branch opened up, like for the first couple months, you had to line up to get in there. So I didn't even try it until months later. because I wasn't lining up for food.
Oh, guys, if you happen to have any basic attention tokens in your Brave browser, I would appreciate if you sent them to us if you wanted to. Bats have grown. They actually hit an all-time high recently. They almost hit $2. Now they're back down into like the 150s, but if you've been watching this show for a while, you'll remember that when we first started, bats were like 8 cents each. So the fact that they're like $1.50 to $2 now, that means the value of them has increased dramatically. So that helps.
That is a lot. Holy crap.
Yeah.
I should go double check, see how many I've got floating around.
If you have like, if you have like 1,000 of them, then that's like almost $1,500.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly. I don't think I'm that high up though, but I got some.
Yeah, I mean, if you
I'll have to check that
accumulate
out
them
later.
over a long time, you can just save them in the wallet and wait for it to take off.
That's what I've been doing. Like, I think it's been a long time since anybody sent me any, but
Yeah, so I always try to remind people a few times a month to check their wallets, because usually it's in there somewhere.
Yeah. Unfortunately, the computer I do most of my web browsing on is an older computer that's running Windows 7, so I can't have Brave on it because you need Windows 10.
Do you? Oh, I didn't know that. Yeah, Windows.
Yeah,
they ended support for Windows 7.
Yeah, I tried installing Brave on the computer, but it just won't run. I
So,
try to
like,
run it and nothing happens.
Back when they came out with Windows 10 originally, they offered everyone a free upgrade, and no one wanted it at the time. No one wanted the free upgrade to Windows 10. So I even went into my computer and did something to stop the auto update on it. And I still have that computer. It's not my main computer anymore, but I still have it. And when they stopped support for Windows 7 recently, I went in and got it to run the update, and it gave me Windows 10 years after when they were
nice.
supposed to not do it anymore.
Sneaky.
If you own a license to Windows 7, they might still update it for free.
I think I tried and it didn't work for some reason,
Huh.
but I could always try again.
Yeah.
I don't remember what the error was. Welcome back, Billy.
Welcome back. I had a small problem. I spilled something.
Your seed?
Yes. Ever since Trumpster Bob was talking about Eddie Guerrero being a homosexual, I had to go and work one out. I had to lie, cheat, and steal some knuckle babies.
I cheat, I steal. Here's oddities. Oh yeah.
I was pounding the poo.
You were pounding the poo. Every time I do a southern accent now, I'm stuck in that it's still real to me, damn it guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I met that guy and drank a beer with him.
Was it still real to him when you met him?
I didn't. I
Did
told
it seem
him
like it was.
I told him that because there was someone photoshopped on Twitter a Mount Rushmore of like emotional fans, and it had like the little girl that hated the Miz and stuff, and they put him on there too. And I mentioned that, and he's like, "Yeah, that's so weird. Can't believe this is still happening." You know, but yeah, I love his like. I just want to thank y'all for all you've done to your bodies. He said it really creepy.
Who else was on the Mount
Yeah.
Rushmore? Was the Undertaker losing reaction guy on
Yes,
that?
the guy was like,
yeah, that's
yeah.
who was the fourth? Because
I can't remember right now.
As long as it wasn't Frank the Clown.
Yeah, he has nothing to react weird about. He's dating Mick Foley's daughter.
Son of a bitch. She's gorgeous. Mick Foley's wife, gorgeous.
Yeah, she was like a model.
Mick Foley, you would think he wasn't so gorgeous, but I don't think so. I think he's gorgeous too. He's a handsome man.
Oh shit, that was my bad.
Bow.
Here's. Oh my God, you're gonna love this. This is a recording of some weird voice message that someone got on Facebook. Like a random DM with a voice message. Listen to this voice message. It's insane.
What's up, Nicki Minaj? Sitting here fantasizing about laying you on your stomach and tuning that big old red ass up.
Maybe this is to Nicki Minaj or someone who thought it was Nicki Minaj. I'm not sure.
Imagine that you are Kai Jag and you think you're messaging Nicki Minaj and you think you can afford her with a Cash App.
And folding the big old red ass cheeks and long digging that pussy till it's squirting and farting, squirting and farting, squirting and farting.
Squirting and farting.
Wadding.
Squirting and
got that dookie hole soaking wet, soaking wet, soaking wet. You throwing that back and it's gripping and hugging, gripping and hugging, gripping and hugging the dick. No, making it grip and fart, grip and fart.
It's got to get into a rhythm.
Fart. Stroke out of stroke, making that pussy squirt and fart, squirt and fart, squirt and fart. You throwing it back, it's gripping and hugging, gripping and hugging, gripping and hugging the dick. I still got it gripping and farting, gripping and farting, gripping and farting, gripping and farting, gripping and farting. Every stroke I'm hitting the core, making it fart. Every stroke I'm hitting the core, making it fart. Every stroke I'm hitting the core in the bottom of the pussy, making it fart and fart and fart. You moan and moan and moan.
So he originally hit her up in December of last year.
Yo, pussy fart. So good.
After no response,
any card.
Pick any card. Well, Vanessa, I'm actually going to give you the final queen. We're going to give you the Queen of Hearts. The Queen of Hearts, Vanessa Barbie. The Queen of Hearts. There you go. But yeah, he's over here gripping and farting. In December of last year, I bet your pussy farts so good. No response. A week later, Cash App, no response. In April of this year, you missed a call from Kai Jag. And then now, this recent message at 8:46 a.m. said, I have the confirmation number ready for you. No response. And then leaves this pussy farting thing.
Later the same afternoon.
Nobody responded. If you reply, Kyle will be able to call you and see information like your active status and when you've read messages. I don't want to hear from Kai. Like none of these ever got responses. This is diligence. I want to see who he was sending this to. Is she special? How come I didn't get one of these from Kai Jag? You know what I'm saying?
Feeling a little left out over here.
When's the last time you got a sweet message from somebody in the DMs?
I've never had anybody to send me the message Cash App out of nowhere and then say nothing else.
I think I have.
For
I don't know
half a year.
Cash App.
Well, more than a year, actually.
I had people like trying like Western Union me money to do weird fat videos for them. I don't know. But Cash App isn't even sweet. Cash App is what guys do now to get girls to bang them because they just like, here's the Cash App. I'll give you $300, $600 to hang out with me instead of going to work tomorrow. And most girls will be like, oh, okay, yeah, I'll hang out with you. I don't want to go to work anyways. And then they bang. And it's not really prostitution. He's just paying her not to go to work.
So the new flirting is to imply the girl you like is an escort then.
Throw that Cash App out there. Throw that cash.
I know you wouldn't normally give me the time of day, but how about some money?
Well, it's not even an escort thing. It's like, hey, here's money. Don't worry about going to work tomorrow. Just come and have sexual relations with me. It's not exactly prostitution. And in theory, I guess it is. But
don't worry about it. Your boss won't mind the fact that you're ditching work at random for no reason.
To fuck and get paid more than going to Target. It really only works on girls that are working
beneficial to her,
jobs.
but like, you think about it from her boss's point of view. It's like, want to keep employing this person who just randomly stops showing up?
I will say this though, F the bosses. F bosses.
Yeah.
You don't have to respect
Quite
your
a lot
boss. Unless your boss goes out of their way to make you feel like you are an earned member of the team, like if they make you feel like you belong, other than that, dude, you don't owe your boss shit.
I had a kick-ass boss like that once, and then I had 10 other bosses that were shit.
Yeah. My boss right now is Ben. So I have a horrible boss. I was late today. I don't know if you noticed. I don't know if you noticed. We were a little later than usual today. I was on Saturdays. I get up and at noontime I go to lunch with my friends and we play Magic the Gathering cards.
Magic cards.
And at 4 p.m. I was like, okay, I have time for one more game. The game went almost 2 hours.
Did you play Merfolk?
No, I didn't play Merfolk. I played Goblins. And I did win.
All right, good.
But it was crazy. It was crazy.
Nobody should be playing Merfolk.
It was a crazy game.
Especially not Magicus.
One of my friends played Merfolk today, but that wasn't that game. We played like 5 games, I think.
What'd you have for lunch?
I had Brussels sprouts with bacon and Parmesan and chicken. They were roasted Brussels sprouts. It was tasty. I had them add the chicken to it. It was like roasted Brussels sprouts with bacon and nuts and stuff on it. It was like a protein Brussels sprout gimmick. Ooh. And then I was like, and also add grilled chicken on top of it.
I want one of those now.
Yeah, it was pretty good. It's a fun place I go to. They have like a full bar. This one guy ordered an old fashioned. It was $20. I don't think he knew that when he ordered it. And then he was like, they have mead there. They have like a really good bar.
I like mead.
They have all types of good stuff. It's usually not that expensive.
What's the old fashioned though? Is that a drink or a meal?
It's a drink. So it's like a whiskey with some, I believe, bitters and whiskey. Is it sour with it? I don't know exactly how it's made. They usually have the zest
drink,
of an
though,
orange.
That's fancy.
Yeah, I think that he just ordered it thinking that it would be like $10, and they were like, "This one's $20." Like, what the heck? Who orders such an expensive drink? How could this be?
That guy. Apparently.
And then he started drinking $8 glasses of whiskey, I believe, bourbon or something. After that, maybe it wasn't bourbon. Maybe it was Irish whiskey.
All right, here's King Cobra on the Rittenhouse verdict.
The Boglum Chronicles.
This will be a base take.
He's the one they call Boglum Feel Good.
Would lay the ones.
Oh yes.
The funny thing is that we're not going to mention names, but we know who sent him the lathe.
Oh, is this the lathe in this?
He'll
Is that
show
it right there behind him?
Yeah, that's behind him.
Kyle Rittenhouse was found innocent, not guilty. I'm happy. I'm glad.
Nice hat.
It's pretty fucking sad when the cops in that town
Was this
and
when
the
he
fucking
stomped on?
SWAT team can't do their fucking job. Oh, did I say that out loud? Ho ho. Rocking my
I think it's the
favorite
first time I've seen
Ozzy
the hat after
Osbourne
he
shirts.
got drunk and
Yes.
stomped on it.
Yeah.
I got like 3 or 4 copies of this.
The hat does look like there's like a scab on it.
It's messed up.
Did he burn it?
It looks like it's got a zombie flesh wound.
Everyone in the metal scene
on the brim.
today,
Yeah.
Zombie
that's a
hat.
sweet one though, isn't it?
That is a sweet. Is
No,
that with a
shit.
lathe? Did he make that with a lathe?
Yep.
Dude, his wand game
So a
is
big thank you
stepping
to
up.
To the fan, whoever sent
You forgot the
wood
duct tape,
chisels
though.
and the lathe.
Yeah, good fan.
It's very fun. I have a shop vac that was also sent with it, so I can clean up the sawdust and everything. So there's no mess.
This fan's been a fan of ours for a long time. He's given many a great gifts to all the historically all of us. He gave me a lathe too, or something like that. Similar product. It was very sweet.
Not answering that.
Cobes, are you happy about Kyle Rittenhouse being free? He just said he was.
Yes. I'm glad Kyle Rittenhouse. I'm glad Kyle Rittenhouse is found not guilty. Don't believe everything the media tells you.
Boom.
Boom.
Okay? I'm serious. That Kyle Rittenhouse was defending himself against.
I'm afraid he's casting a spell on all of us.
I hope not.
He keeps flicking the wand.
fuck's
He
sake.
must be. He's saying words, right?
Every fucking time I try to do a fucking live stream, they gotta blow up my phone. Like, Jesus
Every word
Christ.
is a spell because you have to
Just
spell
turn the
the
phone
word.
off, then, dummy.
Okay. There we go. That's pretty sick, dude. Check that out.
It did come out really well. Is that a bullet on the base?
The primer's
The
already
fine-looking
spent.
wand your dad
that's-
made.
Clint's wand is better.
Did his dad make it? Can your dad
No,
make me
sure,
a wand on
Benny.
page
Dono
666?
That was the first successful wand I made on that. Thoughts on Rittenhouse? I'm glad
Keep
Rittenhouse
asking him.
got off his innocence. Yesterday was frustrating trying to make this wand.
Did his dad
but
make
it
the
was
wand?
Good practice.
I have no idea.
So even though like my attempts didn't make it,
At
that
least
was
you have both hands for now.
no.
on my last
Oh.
piece of wand wood. My very last.
If he'll play around with a shotgun when he's blackout drunk, he'll play around with a lathe too.
His dad told him not to, right?
He doesn't listen.
His dad said, "Look, son, you only do this while I'm here." What the fuck was that? He cast a spell, dude.
I say, well, if this one breaks, it is what it is. Ozzy Osbourne's not dying for a long time. Fuck you, troll.
Pretty sure he has like Parkinson's or something.
Yeah,
Get
Ozzy
banned
might
from the
not be
channel.
long for this world.
This is why I feel sorry for my fucking trolls, is because they've got nothing better to do. If you'd like to buy me some beer, that'd be cool, man.
E-bagging alert. For those of you that are seeing the e-bagging alert, that means it's time for you to donate to the Drunken Peasants.
that wasn't part of the Cobra video.
Beer money in the PayPal, I can probably get some. Just ignore the trolls, people. That's what I do. No, it's fucking pathetic. Like Ozzy Osbourne's done more.
I would not put that thing on my head.
That hat?
More with his life.
It's hardly
than
even
I
a hat.
done
But have you
anymore.
seen
Any
him
of these
without the
trolls
hat?
done combined.
Yeah, but I would just
You know
get
what
a
I'm
new
saying? Like,
hat.
fuck outta here.
Well, he's too
Like
busy.
pretending to be Kelly
skip one DoorDash delivery meal and buy a new hat.
When you're living the life of a Cobes star, you can't skip one DoorDash meal.
Osbourne
You'll
on,
actually die. You can't have a $40 pizza instead of a $60 pizza.
on YouTube. You are.
I like how he
something
makes sure
else, dude.
the infested wound is like right in the center forward of the hat too.
Holy shit!
I like how he gets mad when people send him food because he wants to be the one ordering the food.
King of Diamonds. Poot poot.
Oh yeah, didn't he?
Poop.
Didn't he order a pizza right after somebody sent him one?
I think to prove a point.
Something.
Yeah.
Someone ordered him food and he like put it in another room.
He was like, "Nope, we're not
Yeah.
eating it."
Did he like leave it on the
camera."
floor for a while?
Yeah, we're not gonna award you by eating your food publicly.
He also got into a fight with like one of his buddies and like kicked him across the room. It was crazy.
Yeah.
His buddy ate some of the food though. He was
Yeah.
homeless.
He got mayoed. Very mayoed.
Mad.
We're almost at 80%, so we're getting really
Yeah.
close. Thanks, guys.
Good
Thanks
night,
for
everybody. Thank you for helping out. We
Hi, you.
we have a lot of fun here.
We do.
But we need to hit the goal in order to have more fun next Saturday.
Yeah.
That's the only thing.
We're really close.
Yeah.
I have no doubt.
Yeah,
Is there-
appreciate you guys.
Fake Kelly Osbourne says, "Oh, my dad hates you."
How do we know it's fake Kelly Osbourne?
I think the name, or maybe he was just like he could tell it's fake, or the name. I want the name to literally be fake Kelly Osbourne and be like, "Oh,
Probably.
my dad hates you."
I don't know
If I
that he
was-
could actually tell.
Like Scott, our friend Scott Henson, he's on the show often. He comes on Thursdays. He was supposed to be here last Thursday, he thought, but it was Thanksgiving. He didn't realize that America has Thanksgiving and he doesn't because he's a Canadian furry.
Yeah, they're
Canadian furry wrestler.
Yeah, their Thanksgiving is Columbus Day.
But his
in
Twitter,
October.
his Twitter handle is not Scott Henson.
Yeah.
So maybe fake Kelly Osbourne or Sharon Osbourne is, or whichever one it was.
It was fake Kelly Osbourne.
Maybe it is the real Kelly Osbourne if she's
Wish
doing
I
what
was
Scott's
high
doing.
and not at work. 2 of clubs.
2 of clubs.
I met a
drunken
guy that had-
mechanic
what if-
Raymond.
I had met a guy that had dated Kelly Osbourne back in the day.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he was in a band that I liked, and I used to go see play every now and then. And yeah, I couldn't imagine.
Dating her?
Yeah.
How come? What did he say? Was he like she was great? Or was he like she
I
was
feel
crazy?
like I don't know.
You don't
I've
wanna-
already said too much.
Oh, you already said okay, yeah. Because I dated Kelly Osbourne and I thought it was horrible.
It was Kelly Osbourne, like in her chunky days too.
Yeah, I'd rather have fat Kelly Osbourne. Drunken Mechanic Raymond, they go with the 2 of clubs, locked you in. There you go. Thank you for sandwiches.
What if the accountant fake Kelly Osbourne is actually Sharon Osbourne?
Oh my God. The big reveal. Are they still together, Sharon and Ozzy?
I don't know. I heard they had gotten divorced, but
yeah,
I think they're all taking care of him. I don't know how good he's doing anymore. I don't.
Do you think he can wipe his own ass?
I have no idea. It's been a little while since they announced he had Parkinson's, so who knows?
Do you think Cobes would wipe Ozzy's ass if Ozzy asked him to wipe his ass for him? I think Cobes is the type of guy that would. I think he's a good
For
guy.
Ozzy.
Yeah, I think Cobes would do it in a second.
He's got Ozzy's tattooed on his knuckles.
I think Cobes would probably wipe one of his friends' asses if they legitimately needed help. But I think Ozzy, he'd be honored to. He'd be like, I'll wipe that ass, Ozzy.
I don't think Ozzy is on Cameo. Someone mentioned that in the chat. I don't believe he is. He's got like serious health problems for one thing, and I think his Cameo would be really expensive.
It's a shame though, because that person who said that had a great idea.
Yeah. There might be an
Can't even say
Ozzy
how much he
Osbourne
hates King
impersonator
Cobra.
that you could pay to say that they hate Cobra.
Sharon!
Worth it.
If you could find a convincing enough one.
Yeah, right. The thing I learned about carving wands with the wood lathe is you can't rush it. You gotta be patient. I don't care if I'm going bald, it is what it is. And I get signed by a major record deal.
Jack Osbourne has a
Or I
cameo.
win the lottery, I'll get earplugs.
So we could get him to be like, my dad hates you.
My dad hates you. He thinks you're a loser, doesn't want one of your wands.
Well, I'll check PayPal real quick.
Can't
You
believe
guys
you
don't
killed
have to
that
donate
poor
to
innocent
the
little
page.
bug.
Now, just donate
Can't
your
believe you
time
killed Miss Green.
to the stream and watching me is enough. Mr. Crowley.
It says Tiny Ozzy Osbourne is available.
Yeah, so it's a little person.
A dwarf
Ozzy,
version
yeah.
of Ozzy.
Will you still make wands the original way as well? Possibly, yes. I'm checking my PayPal right now. The internet's being slow. Suppose that's the cost for watching hot of-age chicks on Chatterbait.
Oh my God.
Oh my God, dude.
This is the cost
Stop
of watching
saying of
hot-
age.
Of age. Well, he can't stop saying of age. Because the second he doesn't, they're going to be like, oh, what, are you getting underage ones now? He's been trolled
they
into
always
it.
bait him that way. Yeah.
He's been trolled into it. He's stuck doing it. And it's a catchphrase
He
now.
painted himself into that corner.
Honestly, at this point, the hat is so bad that his current hair is better. Like, the hat is worse than his hair.
The hat looks like it has some sort of scab on it.
It looks like it has a disease.
Yeah.
That is probably the cause of coronavirus.
Oh, no.
And he's just a healthy carrier.
He takes his hat off for a second, and this guy's posts, what went wrong in your head? Oh, in your head, not with your head.
Being depressed about my dry spell.
His dry spell is
Hell
called
yeah.
Send me one of his $60 pizzas. I want to try
I
one.
got
of them.
$7.47.
Oh.
Bitchin'. I don't need money. I actually want money. But like
I don't need
I'm not
money.
gonna sit here and beg for
I actually
it. Like I
want
said.
That's some smooth.
You
Why-
don't have to donate. But if you do, it's greatly appreciated.
Why did we get chat back? Oh, you need money.
You want to say that's
Always
pathetic?
does.
Fuck you. Says the guy
Whoa.
impersonating Ozzy Osbourne on YouTube.
Whoa.
Like, get fucked, troll. How is it e-begging if I say, and I quote, you don't have to, but it's greatly appreciated? That's a lot different than sitting here saying.
It's funny how his brain shuts down.
It's not begging just because you said people don't have to. If you say people have to, that's demanding.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, get out of here. You know, when my tactical soak is down to the slivers, I save the slivers as backup
What?
So in case he ever runs out of tactical soap, he's got a stack of soap slivers he can wash his body with.
Oh my god!
What happens if he runs out of tactical soap the day after he gets laid?
Why does he give a shit about tactical soap? It doesn't work for him, at least.
It hasn't so far.
Yeah, I would say, 3 years pretty much says it's not going to work for him.
But do you know how many of-age girls find him out in public and smell him and say, "Ooh, who's that good-smelling, sexy, gothic bad boy?"
When I'm out.
One.
So there you go.
Pizza crust hairline.
Are you done drinking alcohol? No, I'm not. I just don't have any right now. I'm not necessarily done drinking alcohol, but
I'm not necessarily done drinking alcohol.
Abused hat.
I haven't had any alcohol in like the last 3 to 4 days. It's not a matter of being too broke. You know what I'm saying? I see a troll comment. Am I going to respond to it? It's just going to get you hidden from my channel. Moving on. Not sure when I'm getting my bike fixed. I don't need a drink.
He doesn't ride bike.
Want a drink. There's a difference.
He rides bike when weather permits.
Well, his bike is messed up, apparently.
Me, alcohol is not a need. It's a want. Excuse me. Stupid questions like that will also get you banned from my channel. Fuck Cyrax. Now, if I go to get alcohol, I'm probably just going to get like a 12-pack of Bud Light Platinum, and that's it.
A 12-pack of Platties?
I don't need a whole shit ton of alcohol to have a good time.
Fucking stream coming in nicely,
If I
too.
can't suck my own cock, why would I do it to someone else? The Lord knows I've tried.
What? You've tried to do it
It's
to
not
someone
flexible
else?
enough.
What? How does that sentence make any sense
Doctor
anyway?
Here's why. If you can't suck your own penis, here's why you might do it to somebody else. You can get in some sort of penis sucking reciprocation program. You suck a penis, they'll suck a penis back. I have Uber for penis suck shares. You go in, you suck a penis, you get a demand for a penis suck back. It's an app on my phone. It's called Grindr.
Squat.
Is he about the Hadouken?
Oh, you're the chi ball thing again, right?
Oh God.
Yeah,
Right there, you see it?
He swears he sees something that's not there, and he hopes everyone else is.
Do you think Cobes is a Sepultura fan? Max Calavera is on Cameo. Also,
Sepultura.
Billy, you can choose whatever 2 spots if my other donation is still valid.
Yeah, I got you, Eduardo.
Sepultura Roots is a really good album.
Sepultura Roots?
Yeah.
I'm going to give you an Ace-King combo, Eduardo. Ace of Spades and the King of Spades. I'm going to give you both. That's respect right there. Usually people pay big money for the Ace of Spades. I'm just giving it to you out of respect. Respect.
Oh, hell yeah, nothing there.
Legendary King Cobra JFS. Back at it from the video. That's what's up.
It's most definitely what's up, Eduardo Garcia. Locked in. 21. The Ace of Spades.
Let's go into DP Action News. Here it comes.
He called me sir. It got me so fuming angry.
People are discriminating against wolves. Wow.
They're laughing at us, at our stupidity.
And you better well learn to love it.
You better well learn to love it.
Here's President Biden talking about the new COVID variant from South Africa.
President Biden, spending the holiday on the island of Nantucket, was briefed about the new COVID variant today. His chief medical advisor, Dr. Anthony Fauci, said there is no indication Omicron is in the United States. But the president says the threat underscores the importance of COVID boosters. We get more now from CBS's Weijia Zhang. Weijia, good evening.
Good evening to you, Tony. Here's a sense of how quickly things escalated. This morning, Dr. Anthony Fauci said that they were rushing scientific data to determine whether the U.S. should implement that new travel ban. By this afternoon, the White House announced it will go into place on Monday. President Biden said he made that decision after meeting with his COVID response team for about half an hour this morning.
It's coming here. It's probably already here. This is the story we've seen so many times. It starts out east of here and slowly makes its way over to us.
He said much is still unknown about this new variant, except that it is of great concern and seems to spread rapidly. The president said global vaccinations are necessary to end the pandemic, calling it a patriotic responsibility to get one.
How's it patriotic if it's global?
American has not been vaccinated should be responsible and be vaccinated from age 5 years old, number one. Number two, everyone eligible for the booster shot should get the booster shot immediately upon being eligible. That is the minimum that everyone should be doing.
That was the
President
noisiest.
Biden also.
He was more quiet than Trump when Trump was down by the helicopters. There's this bubbly popping going
Urged
on.
other countries to waive intellectual protections for the COVID vaccine.
The artifice just made her eye go psycho.
Formulas can be shared and they can be manufactured everywhere. He said today's news reiterates the importance of moving quickly. Tony?
Yeah, something's
Women
more
who wear
important than
plaid jackets, very intelligent.
money. Ouija, thank you very much.
Thank you, Ouija.
Ouija.
Good name.
Yeah,
Ouija.
yeah, I like it.
This new variant is of huge international concern.
Yes, of course.
Aren't they all?
Let's see if this is.
The new variant is a bitch. We don't care about it. Fuck the
Yeah.
new variant. That's not going to happen.
No.
This new variant, may pose substantial risk to public health.
No, don't.
The variant has an unusually large number of mutations.
First, effective immediately, anyone who is not a citizen of Australia or their dependents and who has been in African countries where the Omicron variant has been detected and spread within the past 14 days will not be able to enter Australia.
If I arrive in the UK after 4 p.m., I have to quarantine in a hotel on my cost for 10 days. I don't have the money, I don't have the £2,000 to quarantine in the hotel.
And I feel very sad for the people here as well, going back on the red list again, and who knows for how long, not being able to see family.
You say the questions about whether bans create an incentive for countries not to come forward with new variants. If you're penalized for doing
That's ridiculous. Because you can't hide the variant. It's not like someone could hide the fact that there's a new variant. People getting sick.
We have not. You can't hide the. Is that what Fauci told you? No. Can't hide the variant.
Detected it yet, but when you have a virus that is showing this degree of transmissibility, and you're already having travel-related cases that they've noted in Israel and Belgium and in other places, when you have a virus like this,
it's here.
It almost invariably is ultimately going to go essentially all over. Yeah. The issue of blocking travel from a given country is to just give us time to assess it better. That's the reason for.
Yeah, but when you block it in only specific countries, there are still people from other countries that probably have it already, still coming here. You're behind on it. It's 1, 2, 3 steps ahead of you.
Doing that, not any reason to panic. But
All they have to do is go to a different country and then go to America.
Right. I don't want to shut the whole world down, but if we have to, we have to.
Roger McElfresh says, I have it. I'm so sick right now. I'm sorry to hear that. I hope you get better fast.
They give us some time to really fill in the blanks of what we don't know right now.
I'm afraid.
Here's Omicron.
I got an idea for a cameo. I'm going to get one from Michael Starr, singer of Steel Panther, to encourage Cobes to put himself out there and end his 3-year dry spell. It will be a sweet and hilarious.
Not a bad idea.
Okay.
The U.S. State Department and Centers for Disease Control and Prevention on Saturday advised against travel to 8 southern African countries after the White House announced travel restrictions in response to a new COVID-19 variant. Omicron, dubbed a variant of concern by the World Health Organization, is potentially more contagious than previous variants of the disease. It could take weeks for scientists to fully understand the variant's mutations and whether existing vaccines and treatments are effective against it.
Yeah. If the vaccines don't have any effect over it, then it's pretty bad. It's not a good thing.
Saturday, U.S. Vice President Kamala Harris urged Americans to get their shots.
And we have these people leading us right now. It's like...
I mean, we complained about Trump leading us too, right?
He was worse in my opinion, but they don't know what they're doing
Yeah,
either. Trump, they at least send the right message that it's like, it is real, it is bad, take these steps. Trump wasn't even doing that. He downplayed the severity of it.
Even Trump was like, get your booster, get your shot, get your vaccine.
That was after he was president.
Yeah, but he was pushing for the vaccine early on too, right?
He was pushing for it to come out fast so we could get this over with. But he was also saying it's not that bad. You get it once, you're immune. He walked after he had it. He walked up the stairs on live TV
I could
and took
kiss
the mask.
everybody in the crowd.
Yeah,
I feel like I could kiss you all.
He sent a mixed message, and it was because the election was coming up. He looked at it as a net negative, no matter how he reacted to it. So his way of dealing with it was to just pretend like it wasn't that bad, or that it was maybe it was a hoax. They just trying to get rid of me.
Who have not had the booster shot, get the booster shot.
There's a user named Eternity in our pleb chat that says, Gov is just using COVID as a control method. Wake up. Do you understand how much control the government has over you
already
without COVID?
Right. I mean, there's a literal body count too. How do you fake that?
Wake up and realize the government has you controlled already. Okay? The only thing that's being fought for, the war right now that's being fought for, is the war for your attention and everybody else's attention. And it's already, everybody's captivated. Everybody's a captive audience. It's just who gets what at this point.
Besides, how would forcing people to wear masks even benefit the government anyway?
It doesn't.
Silly.
Well, no, actually,
Exactly.
What may have happened was Facebook had the ability to read people's facial features with their new camera footage, and covering the mask keeps Zuckerberg from getting all of our souls.
It's all a big conspiracy from Big Mask.
Another good reason to do it.
Big Mask. Yeah.
Big Mask. Yeah, they're rolling in the mask
Big
money.
Mask richer and richer.
Yeah, I should start becoming like a pro masker on the anti-masker side. Like, look, guys, these masks, they don't work for COVID, but they block us from Zuckerberg's cameras. We got to start wearing these masks. They'll hide us in the public, hiding in plain sight. Everybody, let's do it.
That would be amazing if that worked.
So far, the Omicron variant has not been detected in the United States. But Dr. Anthony Fauci, the nation's top infectious disease specialist, said on NBC's Weekend Today show, quote, "I would not be surprised if it is." The variant was first discovered in South Africa and has also since been detected in Germany, Italy, Belgium, Botswana, Israel, and Hong Kong. Britain detected 2 cases.
That's a pretty big area. Pretty big area.
Also, cover your nose with your masks, damn it.
The new variant on Saturday. In response, Prime Minister Boris Johnson laid out measures that included stricter testing rules.
This guy,
arriving in the
in Plague Inc., which is a game that's existed for 10 or more years, you're an illness and your objective is to mutate and adapt to wipe out the human population on Earth. That's how you win the game. And towards the end of the game, where if you infect enough people and enough people start dying, they literally shut down every airport. They make if they get to the point where they make a vaccine, it's mandatory, literally mandatory, forced vaccine. All borders closed, and the world will do this if it got bad enough. It literally would happen.
Now,
it would happen.
What if we don't want people to wear their masks and stop spreading it because we're making so much money off The hospitals are at max
Big
capacity.
mask.
The pharmacies are getting big boosts. They love the share.
Big mask.
They love all the sickness going around, right? Somebody's getting rich off this.
Country.
We're not going to stop people traveling, but
It's
we
not
will
Boris
require
Johnson.
anyone who enters the UK
Does he ever brush his hair?
take
Why
a
would he?
PCR
He's
test
British Trump.
by the end of the second day.
He's got a bad haircut.
To their arrival, and to self-isolate until...
And something I didn't know about Boris Johnson, I believe he was actually born in the States.
Interesting.
Yeah, but grew up in the UK. Pretty sure he's from New York.
You don't have to be born
originally.
there to.
Nope.
Interesting.
We're one of the few countries that has that rule. He was born in
Which is funny because
New York City.
Like who cares where you're born? Any company can buy and pay for a president now. Like it doesn't presidents can be in the pocket of other countries. So they were born here. They're sponsored by China.
Have a negative
China or
result.
Russia.
Israel said it would ban the entry of all foreigners into the country and reintroduce counterterrorism phone tracking technology to contain the spread of the variant. Dutch health officials said they had detected 61 COVID-19 cases among people who flew from South Africa on Friday and believe at least some infections are of the Omicron variant. Although epidemiologists say travel curbs may be too late to stop Omicron from circulating globally, many countries around the world, including the United States, Brazil, Canada, and European Union nations, announced travel bans or restrictions on Southern Africa on Friday. A U.S. official told Reuters the Biden administration could also add other countries to the travel curb list if the variant spreads.
Reuters sounds like a bump you get on your penis after a long night of.
You got a bad case of the Reuters.
Got Reuters, yeah.
I thought that's what Groypers was.
It's like Groypers. I got Groypers and Reuters.
Kelly, something happened on Capitol Hill that doesn't usually happen. A rare apology. What can you tell us about that?
Well, rare, especially among those political allies of Donald Trump. So this involved Colorado Republican Congresswoman Lauren Boebert, who issued an apology, she said, to anyone in the Muslim community. And she said she also reached out to the office of Minnesota Democrat Representative Ilhan Omar. And she did so after making a public comment where she seemed to compare Representative Omar, suggesting the idea that she might be a suicide bomber. Here's the joke that she made in public.
Let's hear it.
I looked to my left, and there she is, Ilhan Omar. Whoops. And I said, well, she doesn't have a backpack. We should be fine.
Spicy.
The only reason that woman got elected is because she owns a restaurant where the wait staff open carry, and the people at the restaurant are allowed to open carry there too. That's literally the only reason. Because idiots in her congressional district elected her because they're all gun-toting lunatics, and they're like, oh, the gun lady, the lady owns a gun restaurant. Literally, that's why.
What's the name of this restaurant so I can make sure I never go there?
I don't know.
Shooters.
Lauren Boebert. What's her restaurant?
It's just Hooters with an S at the front.
Is it?
No.
Still has the owl. But
It's
the
probably
owl's
called
packing.
like bigtittiesandguns.com.
Let's see.
Got big guns and big guns.
Ayo, Lauren Boebert.
Restaurant.
Man, it's hard to get this to come up. Have you found it yet?
Not yet, but there's pictures of her in it. I'm not sure. See? Here she is.
Apparently in her district there's a town named Rifle.
So
figure.
it was actually Shooters.
Because I was like, actually, that sounds right.
Yeah,
Is
it's
it?
Shooters
Wow.
Grill. Jesus H. Macy.
Like,
Staying the
not
hell
that
away from
clever
there.
of a name.
Yeah, so I was joking about it being Shooters, and I was right because I'm a fucking imbecile.
Already there, the imbeciles.
It's Shooters because we have guns instead of tits.
Oh, and she's defying policy apparently as well. Go
Yeah,
figure.
see, like, these are the waitresses.
I am the security. Oh my God, you better not grab my butt.
Why does that one waitress looks like she's 14?
No, I wasn't reaching for your butt. I was reaching for your gun.
Yeah, so literally this is
Do they
why
have child labor here?
This is why she got elected.
Good.
Because she got famous for owning this restaurant where people carried guns.
And it's a good thing she wasn't wearing a backpack because she might have been a backpack rapper. You think she has like her lyric book in there and she's going to rhyme at me?
So Boebert made that apology, and Speaker Pelosi and Democratic leadership said they found that comment deeply concerning. Kristen?
All right, Kelly O'Donnell in Nantucket covering all the headlines. Kelly, thank you.
That's the polite way of saying.
Hey, thanks for watching our YouTube
There
channel.
once was a gun-toting Republican from Nantucket. She said if my dick was a gun, that she'd suck it. So I pulled out my Glock and muffled my cock, and I threw it in her throat bucket. It's my new.
It was a surprise that seemed to come out of nowhere.
Whoa, buddy. Damn. Too much desk duty.
In Lakewood.
Oh, I'll
Maya
wait.
Belai, Fox 8 News.
You want to say something about the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame?
Look at that sandwich, though.
The Rock and more like the Dinner Roll Hall of Fame. Is that what you want to say, Ben? Is that what you want to say?
Man.
Is that what you want to say?
You're just Carlos Mencia, aren't you?
Is that what you want to say, man? That's the melt.
Yeah, they like a Parmesan, chicken Parmesan on
How
Texas
big do you
toast.
think that is? Like
it's huge.
It's huge. You think it's more
Yeah.
calories than the Fat Shack you went to with Scott?
Yes, it is.
Damn.
Normally, when I go, I'm lucky to be able to eat half of it, and then the other half I take home. And
that next one got like spinach in it or something.
Yeah, there's all kinds of different ones that they have with like a bunch of
lettuce
veggies.
there,
They
that's-
have a pierogi one that they put pierogies on it.
Look at the fucking wall of cheese melting down that thing.
Yeah.
What's in there? Is that a jiggy? Is that a tendy?
Yeah, it might be. It's something that's deep
Looks like a
fried.
tendy.
Here, I'll show you the
chicken fingers.
The melt challenge.
Am I the type of guy that would go there and eat 3 of those? Maybe.
Here's the challenge. It's that. Here's an aerial view. There's so much cheese in it. It's unbelievable. It's just oozing. There's like ricotta on it.
Ricotta. I love ricotta.
There's cheddar. I mean, like there's a bunch of cheeses on it.
I could not eat that.
And fries and a side salad.
I could maybe eat half of that plate.
Look at that. Look at that.
In the sky.
Look at that.
Zero Run said Actual Mania where every competitor is a fat. Didn't we do fat in a fat
We did
all-time
something
fats
like that.
episode?
But that wasn't Actual Mania. It was.
Yeah,
we
it
had
wasn't
Scott-
Actual Mania. It was his own video where we ranked the all-time fats.
Yeah.
And I was ranked the greatest living all-time fat.
God.
Losing only to
Chris Farley? Yeah.
Rest in peace.
Did you hear about this news story where Dave Chappelle went to his high school?
Yes.
And no one was allowed to record or bring phones
He
in.
does that all the time for
He must be filming something.
No,
they said he was filming something.
He's early on told people to put their phones in their, like they can't have their phones when he talks or when he does his performances. He just doesn't want stuff going up. Ever since he had one clip go up and he looked like he was going crazy on stage a long time ago.
Yeah, I saw that one.
So
Dave
he's
Chappelle
blocked that ever since.
Back to his high school, remember they tried to uninvite him and told him don't come, and the 16-year-olds, they got in his face, and well, I don't know how close they got to him, but they did challenge him.
There's no video
I think they called him a bigot for his, that Netflix, his latest special that he released.
I don't know what news channel this is. This is interesting, though.
This is the DNC Truth.
And he held his own. There's no
BNC's
video,
truth.
or if there is, we don't have it. But there was that transcript, and I just applaud him for. He's not going away, and he stands in his special and his truth, and I do like that about him because I watched it, and I think I understand, and I think he's a little misunderstood, but it's not for me to interpret for other people.
Yeah, and he's not apologizing either. He's sticking to his grounds. And
I don't think he should have.
It was like, I said what I said, and it is what it is.
Yeah.
And they not only called him a bigot, they also said his comedy is childish and his comedy kills. I mean, they didn't hold back either. And, you know, I commend him for being brave enough to go up.
Comedy is childish and his comedy kills.
It literally doesn't kill anybody.
Well, there was that one guy who had the Dave Chappelle sign, and the guy broke it and then said he had a weapon, and if cops were there, and this guy had a stick in his hand because the sign got ripped, they could have shot him.
His Vito.
They could have killed
Dick Masterson.
They could have killed Vito. They could have
Yeah.
shot and killed. So that would have led to his jokes killing somebody. It's a loose.
But it didn't happen.
One of them
It didn't
knowing they
happen.
were going to chastise him and, you know, try to challenge him a little bit, but he still showed up, you know, so he was a good sport about that. I know he just can't wait till this is behind him, though.
Yeah, the article I saw didn't have anybody, like, there's no video, but the article was kids who reported saying that Dave Chappelle was, like, yelling at them, like, you can't cancel me. I make more money than you. I'm more successful than you kids will ever be. That was the quotes without any sort of proof. But, like,
alleged quotes.
Yeah, I know, right?
Yeah.
And then it's like all this stuff that they had all this stuff Dave Chappelle had said that seemed to be like pedantic and childlike in behavior, and
that's children describing it.
Yeah, and then at the end it says, but apparently the majority of the crowd did applaud for him, and they're still going to name their school theater after him.
See, here's Zero Ron regurgitating these talking points. He told the kids that he was better than them. Where are we getting this from?
Whoa. And can we also admit that he is better than those kids?
Yes, he is.
He is better than those kids, right?
Look, here comes Honest Red. I was waiting for him to come because Honest Red's been like, you know what? You know he lied about his trans friend. Did you know that? And his sources are just like people who hate Dave Chappelle that are like ultra left wing. That
I heard
Honest Red listens to.
I heard that Dave doesn't even have a trans
It's
friend.
in the transcript. How do we? Okay, who did the transcript?
Yeah, can we? Well, if it's a transcript, I'll read the transcript. I just didn't see a transcript.
Who did the actual transcribing?
Yeah, if there's a transcript, give us the transcript.
I want to know who actually did it.
I'll read the transcript. Post it up. Let's go. Let's read the transcript. But yeah, Dave Chappelle, I heard didn't even have a trans friend. He just put on whiteface.
Oh,
and put on a dress.
Damn.
And pretended it was like a Tony Clifton act.
So glad those YouTubers caught that.
I don't know if that's true or not. Did Dave even deny saying it? I'm not saying he did.
I haven't seen an interview with him about it.
All I saw was like a very lopsided article. And it was, this is the only thing I've seen about it. Other than that, and this one's defending Dave. It's saying, you know what? We like Dave for being honest and not backing down. This is one of the reasons people like Trump.
Or maybe he's enjoying the press
I'm not so
surrounding
sure.
him. Yeah, maybe he's enjoying
honest
it.
to
I don't know if he's
He's true to
enjoying it or
himself,
not,
right?
but I think he's like, I think it's what you said. I said what I said. All the other comedians seem to be standing up for him. I thought the one comment, the thing about his comedy kills, I think that's a bridge too far. But calling him childish, I think he's an intellect, but he is child. Aren't comedians?
Yeah, that's all comedians,
their game?
yes.
That's kind of their game, right?
Yeah.
So I thought that was a little weird. But you know, 16-year-olds, hormones and everything else, not to suggest that they don't have opinions, strong
Are they
ones,
on
and they can't
hormones?
affect
Why is she
change.
being transphobic? News cows!
But
But I think Dave Chappelle can affect change too, and comedians can, and that's what I think he was trying to do in this. You know, he wasn't berating anyone in any community. He was just showing people the disparities that exist still, the criticism that certain groups go through, and he was just trying to shine a light on some of the issues that were happening surrounding this topic. And so I think a lot of people are judging it and not listening to it, or listening to a portion of it and not listening to the entire show.
Okay, really quick. Keith James in the chat said, like, come on now. They're literal kids. They're kids who have opinions about the world. And if you want to have opinions about the world, you're part of the world. And you can be told your opinions suck in a very childish way. Because here's a secret about the world, right? Nobody's protecting your fifis. If you have fifis, if you got feelings, nobody's protecting your feelings. If people want to protect your fifis, then you can have a group of fifi protection, but not
Poot.
there's
Any
no amount.
heart will be fine. Because my sweet boys have my heart.
All right, Vanessa, Barbie, I'll get you a heart in a second. But, the only people that are going to protect your feelings are the people that want to coddle you and keep you from growing calluses that will actually have you stand up in this world. And if Dave Chappelle saying something about you, him being better than you, or him criticizing you is enough to make him a villain, I'm not going to make him a villain just because you're too weak to take a joke. And I'm willing to bet he was joking. If he was seriously saying he was better than these kids, then yeah, he's still right. But it's objectively right. Like, you could think the kids are better than Dave Chappelle all the fuck you want. I don't care. I don't know these kids. They're still finding their way in the world. They might even have these feelings they have right now in 5 or 10 years.
And where he can kind of set it up and explain some of the things and why he was saying some of the things. That there are still a lot of issues in this country. So
do we know who wrote the transcript, or is it just like an anonymous source that we're taking?
Well, even if it was written, it could have been stuff that was said in jest and was written out of transcript without the proper delivery. Who knows?
Or it could be,
who cares? He didn't say anything that terrible. He was talking shit to kids. Okay, they were talking shit to him too. Like, it's a playful banter. Maybe it's an angry banter, but it's a banter.
Else, he helped start this conversation about some of these issues that hopefully still can be,
And
rectified
I do want to
in some
say,
way or
Vanessa Barbie, I gave you the Jack of Hearts because after this, I'm going to go jack off to your love letter.
To an end.
A thought-provoking
That's love
leader.
right there.
That's Dave Chappelle. I love
He's
him.
a thought-provoking
I can say that.
leader.
If other people don't, that's okay.
Okay, yeah, that was very positive.
Yeah.
Are they allowed to be that mild and reasonable on the news?
Only on.
Is that legal?
I don't know what that news is. It might be some independent stuff those people are doing.
Is the BNC?
I don't know, but these people seem reasonable to me.
I mean, reasonable or whatever. They obviously prefer Dave Chappelle to random kids who are trying to fight for trans rights because that they see Dave Chappelle's point of view from their culture, their area, their method of viewership.
A lot of things I saw said that Dave Chappelle had like cameras with him, so he may have been filming something. So maybe
he probably did, yeah.
But when it comes out, people like Honest Red will say he just edited the footage.
He could have.
We'll see.
I would like to see how it turns out. If he's over there just picking
Honest
on
Red
kids.
just won't admit that he just hates comedy.
Look, Honest Red doesn't get comedy. That's the thing. Honest Red is a big fan of T-girls. Honest Red loves them. And I think if you're simping for something you love, then more power to you. If you really believe Dave Chappelle's jokes are killing people, then I'm sorry I don't see it the way you see it. People are dying out there, but I don't think it's because of jokes. I think it's because of people who are intolerant and they're finding themselves into situations that they can't come to terms with within themselves, and they take out their aggression on people in a very illegal, disgusting, terrible way. And if these jokes that Dave Chappelle are doing perpetuates that, then I guess time will tell. I think that it opens up a dialogue that actually allows more people to understand things. I think Dave Chappelle's stand-up special is going to let a lot of people look at things in a way that maybe to a trans person, it doesn't illuminate a trans person who's so deep in the lore of the trans perspective. But for people who aren't, they're going to see a little more about the perspective of the Daphne Dorman comedian.
It's pretty hilarious because, like, if I mention Vosh, Honest Red will complain about how much he doesn't like Vosh. But then today, Honest Red posts a Vosh video because it agrees with him. Yeah. And it was on this subject matter too.
Uh-oh.
No, what, like, you can justify that any way you see. Like, because Honest Red said, no, it's not about liking anything specifically. I don't like bigots. Well, I mean, prove he's a bigot.
I think that you should learn to like bigots, and I'll tell you why. They're people too. And the further we distance ourselves from the people that we hate, the more our hatred grows, and the more that our distancing allows them to not look at us as humans as well. I think we need to hold people a little closer, kiss your enemy on the fucking mouth, and it'll make the world a better place. Because this whole throwing stones at people and thinking people that we disagree with are not human. If they're bigots, they're Nazis, they're commies, they're garbage hellions. The more we stop looking at human beings as human beings, the less human we are ourselves. These are people who have a unique perspective that hasn't been as in-depth as yours with this community. And you can either be someone who sets them aside and distances yourself from this community because you think they're bigots, or you could be someone who says, hey, you know, this is where you're wrong. I'm glad we got your attention, but this is what's really going on here. I would love to show you my perspective if you're listening, instead of just saying, no, bigot, die. Horrible comedian.
Yeah, you're not changing anybody's mind by yelling at him.
Yeah, I would try and convert people one at a time. If I was really about the fight, I would try and get people on my side. I wouldn't try and distance people from my side. But maybe I'm wrong, because I will say this, okay? I am not trans, but trans people have mistaken me as trans multiple occasions. I've been misgendered by trans people on multiple occasions. So I kind of feel like I'm part of the crew.
Honest Red's down to argue? No.
What?
No.
I'm shocked.
Not Honest Red. No, you're not.
No.
You're the one that I want.
You never argue.
Oh, yeah. Maybe we'll have Honest Red versus Bill Fridge in a debate about trans lives, and we'll get to the bottom of this. Because, you know, Honest Red, I'll be honest with you, I actually side with trans people, like Daphne Dorman.
But he's going to say, shit. He's been spreading propaganda recently that's not even a true story.
Daphne didn't die?
I think she died. I think what he's saying is that she wasn't actually bullied into it.
Well, yeah, a lot of people say there's no
Well, he's
history of
claiming
it.
like it didn't even, nobody bullied her, basically.
Well, that's if that's true, guess what? She's still dead, and she still supported Dave Chappelle. I don't care if she got bullied or not. The bully aspect was pretty sad, but I'm sure she didn't just kill herself because of some alleged bullying, right?
Right.
But I can't see her making a statement like that and not getting some sort of flack. But maybe I'm wrong. Maybe she just said it. Maybe this is where we're at. Maybe the trans community is so ineffective that somebody says something that they bully Dave Chappelle over and try and get him canceled over, but when somebody else says it, they just leave him alone. Maybe that's the case. I don't know. I really don't care. The person's dead, and I kind of appreciate their story and their existence. But maybe I'm wrong. Maybe you know what I just realized.
Honest Red doesn't argue.
You know what I just realized, Honest Red? You know what I realized? Is you're an all right guy. Oh yeah. Klansmen are people too. Well, I mean,
they are technically people.
How far,
they are people.
How far are we going to start distancing people? Are we going to make every person we disagree with a Klansman? Is that the case?
Or are we just going to reserve that for literal Klansmen?
Yeah. Like, we're really quick to call everybody we disagree with a Nazi, a white supremacist, a communist, a cuck, a fucking whatever it is. We're really quick to label people things that make them not on our level, not human. We can vilify them. They're vile. They're disgusting. They're Klansmen. You know what? Who was the gentleman? I can't remember his damn name. There was an old jazz musician that started befriending Klansmen, and
was it Duke Ellington?
No, it's a story from I think the 70s, and he started like bringing some back
Never
over.
Heard of such a thing.
Yeah, I wish I could remember the guy's name right now off the top of my head. My random access memory is always wiped. Unfortunately. Oh, I'll look it up if you want to talk to the kids at all, Krendar. You want to say something to the kids?
Yeah. What do you have going on these days, Krendar? What have you been doing on your streams and everything?
Well, the newest thing I've been doing is on Mondays and Tuesdays at 6, so earlier than the time that you guys would normally be streaming, I believe. A friend of mine and I has started a playthrough together. There's been a big update to the game Satisfactory. where you're on an alien planet building a factory together. So we started that up. That's been pretty fun.
Have you played the remaster of Diablo 2?
I have not played it, although I played a lot of Diablo 2 back in the day when it was current.
It's definitely worth it. The remaster is pretty amazing.
Diablo 2 is a lot better than 3, I feel like. 3 kind of really butchered things in a lot of ways. It's pretty, but they kind of screwed up the RPG stuff by getting rid of skill points and stuff.
Myself and Magicus and a few other people have played in a group on there. I'd like to get a big full party of 8.
Yeah.
Did you find what you were looking for?
Yeah. This is right here. How one man.
Lately.
Oh, sorry. What have you been playing lately?
Oh, I was gonna say the other thing I've been streaming lately on Thursday, Friday, and Saturdays is I'm going back and doing a Sly Cooper full franchise playthrough. So going through all 4 of those games.
I have no idea what that is.
Yeah, I'm not familiar.
They're older, like PS2, PS3 games where you're playing this like raccoon thief.
Okay. I used to play Awesome Possum when I was a kid. It was on Sega Genesis.
Was it awesome?
It was Awesome Possum.
Yep. See, Honest Red said exactly what I thought he would say. There's no evidence of his friend getting any harassment from supporting Dave.
Yeah, well, I'm sure that the evidence, whether it was there or not, doesn't really matter. The person's dead. Dave didn't say that the person was killed by it. He said probably didn't help, though.
But he did say she was harassed. So that's what's being disputed.
So here's the thing. If he was wrong, he was wrong. He was wrong about a bunch of other stuff in that commentary too, right? So are you trying to say he's wrong in one thing and ignore all the stuff he was right about?
He's not right about anything. He's a big.
He was obviously wrong about multiple things. There's Barry Mezzi messaging me. How one man convinced 200 Ku Klux Klan members to give up their robes. It's a guy named Daryl Dixon. For
him.
For the past 30 years, Davis, a black man, Daryl Davis, not Dixon. Shit, I was reading something else. Daryl Dixon was from The Walking Dead. Daryl Davis is a blues musician, but he's also has some what might call an interesting hobby. For the past 30 years, Davis, a black man, has spent time befriending members of the Ku Klux Klan. He says once the friendship blossoms, the Klansmen realize their hate may be misguided. Since Davis started talking with these members, he says 200 Klansmen have given up their robes. When that happens, Dave collects their robes and keeps them in his home as a reminder of the dent he has made in racism by simply sitting down and having dinner with people. So yes, sometimes it is worth it to show humanity to people. Sometimes you can win them over. Sometimes they're lost causes, but guess what? Most people are too quick to give up on the humanity in others because it's the easy way. It's easy to hate. It's very easy to hate. And it's also not that rewarding to hate. It's very rewarding to have success and bond and win somebody over. But y'all wouldn't know about that because you're kind of just bandwagon jumping, right? You're on the hate train. You're on the hate train. Or maybe you would. And tell me about it in the form of a $20 donation. I'd love to have it read out loud.
Smooth.
Davis is a legend. Yeah, really cool story there. Daryl Davis, the man who collected 200 robes, befriended 200 Klansmen, made them better people.
Did he keep their robes like a
That's what
trophy?
he said. Yeah, he said he keeps their robes and hangs up their robes as a reminder of the dent he's made.
I missed that part.
Yeah.
And there is a sense that just being male is toxic, or just being white is toxic.
And that's
your
stupid.
whiteness, and it's like,
that's stupid.
What are you talking about? I've always tried to be an ally. That's what a lot of people are saying. And now you're coming after me? This whole idea
Who cares,
of
Bill Maher? You love buying black prostitutes. You love black prostitutes. That doesn't make you a fucking ally, you jackass.
You have two choices. You're either a racist, or you're a racist and you don't know it.
Then be a racist and don't know it. Who cares?
A right thinking life their whole life. That's not the thing. Why are you coming after me? Have I turned my life over to this issue? No, but I can't. I have a job and kids and a wife and stuff to do.
So he's not talking about himself. He's talking about in general. He's not talking about literally.
Yeah, but the idea of him saying,
I feel like you don't know much about Bill Maher because anytime you see him, you bring up the black prostitute.
I know a lot about Bill Maher. I've been watching him for 30 years.
Okay, I'm saying that's the thing you bring up every time you see him.
It's funny. Is it? Is it not?
Well, I mean. They might technically. I mean,
that he has a fetishized viewpoint.
I mean, he's got. You know, he's a rich old guy that's on TV.
He has a kink, and it's he said the N-bomb and had Ice Cube come and scold him.
Yeah, I saw that.
It's like I know a lot about. I like Bill Maher. I actually am a fan of Bill Maher. I'm a fan, but because he's one of us, I'm gonna go hard on him.
Okay,
because he's one of fucking me.
Okay,
do that. Now, Josh Hawley is a dangerous guy. Let's get to the essence of Josh Hawley. He's not wrong about this particular issue, but it's minor to someone who does not acknowledge what happened on January 6th. A much bigger question is, what do you do when there are people in our government who don't believe in our form of government? And he is one of them.
He'll say, no, I believe in it. January 6th was bad and wrong, said and settled. You guys are only upset about it because you get to use it as a cudgel, but you didn't care about the black people and their allies running around burning down all those cities the summer before.
Yeah, so Bill Maher's making a prediction about what he thinks Trump will do when 2024 comes around.
It's a false comparison, and it wasn't the Capitol. And they weren't trying to stop a duly elected officer at the highest level of government from taking office. I mean, it's a pretty sobering thought that the Republican with the most backbone was Mike Pence.
But for Pence, it could have been a very different scenario, by the way.
I mean, when I mention Liz Cheney now, and the audience claps, I'm like, oh, we love her now. Isn't that interesting?
Depends.
And I see why.
Let's see if she goes after Biden a couple more times. But then again, who knows how long she's around.
Maybe she should.
Yeah, they did a Saturday Night Live skit. It was kind of like a Jeopardy segment. It was a game show. And the contestants were supposed to guess if somebody was a liberal or a conservative. They were a Republican or a Democrat. And the audience, like all the questions were like could be answered either way. Like, and then it came down and Liz Cheney was the third guest, and like everything she was saying, and they were like, oh no, she's a Republican, I'm like, no, she's a Democrat. And Liz Cheney herself was like, no, I'm a Republican. Like, yeah, but you spoke out against Donald Trump, and now your party won't support you, so you're a Democrat.
Basically.
It's okay. That's her job to go after Biden. That's what Republicans do. They go after I mean, we did that forever. Republicans and Democrats were cats and dogs, and they fought. But also Tip O'Neill and Reagan could have a drink after work. They could work together. I don't know how we're ever going to work together. How do you? We have how many QAnon members of Congress now? QAnon. I mean, Marjorie Taylor.
So, yeah, and I've been hearing Bill Maher talk about this a lot lately. He's been saying that Donald Trump is trying to set things up now. So next election, if he needs someone to find votes for him, it might actually be easier for them to find votes for him. Like he's trying to rig, like the things that were in place to stop him from declaring himself the winner and just staying in office. He's slowly dismantling those things.
You got him.
How do you negotiate with people who think the Democrats eat babies?
That's right.
Where does that negotiation?
That's an obvious problem. I think the bigger problem, and I'll take a break and then we'll discuss about this, is what goes unsaid, that people won't stand up. I believe the pandemic for us was a low point on a lot of different levels. We made ourselves sick on purpose. And then we kept ourselves there. I want to talk to you because you have a very interesting take on the whole situation.
You were going to like, what was he at? What did he get caught at? It was him, not his brother, right? It was, he went to like an open house for like a home.
It was him when he was going moving in a new beach house or something.
Yeah,
and he was supposed to be quarantined. He was on the news saying he was quarantined
in
the whole
his
time.
basement.
And he was, I'm quarantined in my basement, and they caught him out during it.
Yeah,
at one of the property he was buying, so he was lying.
One more break. When we come back, Bill Maher on Where We Are.
Bill Maher, the science guy. Yeah, the whole statement where he's like, "You're racist if you're white or
well, he's saying that's how Trump gets people on his side, is that those talking points.
Yeah, and that's stupid for people to think that. It's like here's what even if you are racist, who the fuck cares? Like who the fuck really cares? What are you going to do? What are you going to do about it? You're going to piss off the racists so they become more racist? Or you're like, yeah, you know, you're racist. Everybody kind of has a lot of prejudices about other people they don't understand. Because one of the big functions of not understanding things is you're ignorant to things, and you just jump to assumptions. And that's how humans work with their ignorance, is they jump to assumptions. We always, as humans, our analytical thinking will fill in the blanks the best we can. So we are designed to be judgmental. And when we are, we now judge people for being judgmental when really what they are is not exactly racist. They're stupid. And now we're getting mad at stupid people and putting them on our level because we think that their stupidity should be as intelligent as we are about our culture or cultures around us. But they're not. And now we're mad at them for being stupid. That's also stupid. We're all kind of a little stupid when we play this game.
Last topic. We made ourselves sick. That's what the pandemic's about. What does Bill Maher think about it? We made ourselves sick, literally and figuratively. Pandemic comes, people tell us, okay, it's going to be here. There are going to be a lot of cases. Let's prepare. Toppest echelon, the top echelon.
The toppest echelon?
Says, nah.
The
it's not going to be
toppest.
that bad. We'll be fine.
I didn't notice that.
It's
until you pointed
pronounced
that out.
elitist, Cuomo. You should know that one.
Of course it doesn't. But it created a line where now we see it almost exclusively on the basis of
His younger brother's the singer for Weezer, Rivers Cuomo.
Are they related at all?
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
Politics, who buys into things about COVID and the treatment and the facts, who doesn't? How do you see it?
Well, you said we made ourselves sick. The bigger issue that is never discussed is that we were sick. You know, before you get sick, you are sick. This is a very sick country, still is. I don't mean mentally, although that too, but physically.
Really quick, Honest Red in the chat says, sounds like being a dumb enabler to me. Well, here's the problem. Here's the problem, Honest Red. Because what I was saying was that you are dumb for engaging with dumb people and thinking that it's an intelligent engagement. You're fighting a losing battle. These people aren't going to see anything you're doing as a valiant effort to teach them that they're racist. Because they don't think they are, because they're ignorant to the fact that they're racist, right? They think they're just, or maybe they do know they're, very few people are aware of their racism, right? Some people are just like, no, you know, I hate da-da-da. Like, oh, well, fuck. Okay. But most people are just like, I don't hate da-da-da. I have a da-da-da friend. And it's like, well, that sucks, because what you're doing is devaluing the efforts of people you don't know because you know one person that happens to fit within that demographic. But yeah, whatever you think, Honest Red. Here's the deal. Me and you are gonna fucking debate, and I'm gonna win.
It's gonna be a master debate.
It's a master debate.
And why don't you talk about that? I mean, there is, let's call it factor X. If there was a factor that was responsible
Let's call
for
it factor X,
78%,
not the X factor
of the COVID deaths and hospitalizations,
I'll
wouldn't
get
you
sued for
have
that.
to really journalistically report that?
The comorbidities.
I'm talking about obesity.
Mm-hmm.
People in the media, people in the government are afraid to even mention it. Again, 78%, 88% of worldwide deaths are in high obesity countries. 40% of COVID deaths are people with diabetes. And yet, no one will mention it. I do. But they hate me for it.
I talk about it, but you're right. It's not the prevailing narrative.
Nobody will mention the facts with the diabetes. Nobody will mention that. Well, you mentioned part of the problem is that we are overselling. We're literally poisoning people with the food we're selling them. We want people to be sick. We want people to stay in the hospitals because it's bigger business for people to be fatting around on each end. To fatten them up and then to take them out. They're making so much fucking money off these human pigs, these human cows, this human livestock, because that's what we all are as human livestock. We have the livestock that's bred to eat and then be healed. We have the livestock that has to go out and work their little fucking workhorses. That's all we are. We're part of a bigger problem, but you want to go yell at the fats because they got all this food that's high caloric, low nutrition, and they're not satiating themselves because they're lacking the nutrients they need because our system is designed not to feed or nourish the bodies.
So it has nothing to do with them eating, like choosing to eat it. It's the system making them.
It's the commercialization.
Okay.
It's
yes.
the lack of education. It's all it's the system is set up against them.
Okay.
It's set up against fat people, and we want to say, well, they could be. It's set up to make them fail. It's part of the system. Yes, let's bring it up. Let's talk about it. Then we have to talk about why it's that way. We have to talk about why they took fat out of food in the 80s to replace it with high fructose corn syrup because they thought fat was bad. No, fat had nutrients. They were replacing it with corn sugar. Corn sugar, where the fat was. And put it as fat-free Twinkies. There was a big fat-free movement in the 90s. We're pumping corn syrup into our sodas, pumping people full of shit because it's profitable. Let's talk about all the systems that are in place that aren't just in place to hold down a person of race. It's to hold down the human race. Everybody in America is a victim of this shit. And we don't even know it because we're programmed to suck it down.
Participate in their health. I said this before the pandemic. I said we will never get health care right in this country. I don't care if you take Bernie Sanders' health care plan, Elizabeth Warren's health care plan.
Keith James says
Joe
people
Biden's.
still have a choice, though. Yes, and you know what addiction is? Do you know what substances are addictive? Do you know what substances are designed to be addictive? Sugar. Sugar is designed to be addictive, and it's if you had an addiction to alcohol, right? Would it be crazy if you had to watch commercials for alcohol when you literally drive down the street past an alcohol store? Wouldn't that be wild? But we have billboards everywhere to trigger people to fall into their addictions. Their sugar addictions, their obese food addictions, their high caloric, low nutrient addictions.
There are alcohol advertisements everywhere.
They're not like food. They're not in between all the commercials.
Well, you don't have to drink alcohol to stay alive. You have to eat food to
and
stay alive.
that's the biggest. That's even a worse problem. People are being pumped this shit overboard to be and continue to be fat. And if you just happen to be addicted, you know how hard it is to if you quit drinking alcohol. Okay, like you said, you can quit alcohol and you could live. You can't quit eating.
Some people are so far deep into it that they can die if they quit alcohol.
If they don't do it properly, but here's the thing.
And that's happened
Here's the thing.
a lot of times.
More people are dying of being obese, right?
Okay.
So we have a serious problem here, and we're saying just stop eating bad. It's not that easy. It's literally not that easy.
It's
People
the
are
only thing
programmed
that's
to-
going to stop it ultimately.
Oh, well, sure. We're part of it. We're fucking broken.
It's literally the
We're
only
broken.
actual solution to it.
Then let's start working towards it, because right
Yeah,
now the system
I
is
agree.
built against people. It's set up to see them not just fail, but fail gloriously. To spend their 39 cents to upsize to make them more capable of overeating to the point where they're big stuff fucking pigs. I'm 600 fucking pounds. I know all this information, and I got down to 370 pounds, and I'm back up in the 400s because I'm fucking struggling with this shit, and I mentally know it, but my programs are so fucking busted and broken, and I break down because I'm not capable of doing it myself, and I know this fucking information, and I still fucking battle with it. It fucking sucks. So let's talk about the problem, Bill Maher, but let's not act like we can just compare this to COVID because there's fat people out there. If there's a system out there pushing COVID into people's bodies, then we need to talk about that. Let's talk about the system that's making it exist.
Nothing is going to work, and it wasn't working, unless people understand that they have some skin in the game. They have to participate in their own health. You can't expect just vaccines and pills or whatever else they have to do the job. And we never do that in this country. The last person who tried was Michelle Obama. And it did not go over well.
When we talk again 8 months from today, hopefully we'll talk a lot before then. 8 months from today,
is there a budding
do you think things are better or worse?
Well, they're not going better for Biden and the Democrats, and I think that's getting 8 months is going to be close to the midterm election. I think they're going to get thumped in the election. I mean, that usually happens in midterm elections, but
the question is how much they could lose the House and the Senate.
Joe,
The question is, if he's saying that Donald Trump is setting up these voter stuffing situation, so he'll get the votes pushed through. Like, does it even matter if Biden's going to lose it for him anyways? Like what's really going on here? We're hearing two stories.
Look, I'm glad he's there.
One that Trump's going to steal the election, and one that Biden can't win the election. Which one is it?
He is not
Are we
exactly
covering
stuck
both of
the
our
landing
bases already?
on a lot of the issues that he was dealing with. The time I'm worried about.
Well, he's saying he's not talking about the Biden election. Like, he's talking about the midterm, which isn't.
Of course.
Yeah.
But he's saying that Biden's incapable of securing any sort of midterm that's not going to look well for him in the actual election, right?
I've seen it flop over, the 2 years following.
Is
So we'll
election
see.
day 2024 until January 20th, 2025, Inauguration Day. Because again, if Trump loses, he will not say he lost. That will never happen. He will never concede, as I said last time.
Honest Red said vegetables literally grow out of the ground, fat don't. Okay, let's go look at how easy it is to get fat shit food and how easy it is to get delicious vegetables. It's literally a psychological warfare through advertising and availability that's tackling everybody's minds over it. But yeah, let's say the vegetables grow out of the ground. You're a fucking idiot. And I'll say that right now. You're fucking dumb.
They grow out of the ground, and that takes more effort, but you can buy them too. I mean, it just depends on.
This time, it's not going to be
When's the last
like
time you
last
saw
time.
a really delicious, good fucking vegetable commercial? Fuck you with that shit. Vegetables grow. You literally, fat doesn't grow out of the ground. That's so fucking stupid. You're a bad faith actor, Honest Red. You're a dishonest fucking bad faith actor. I'm going to fuck your girlfriend.
I mean, he almost pulled it off last time, and this time.
We're so close to the goal, guys. If you can help us, we are playing a game for those of you who are new here tonight. Maybe you just tuned in recently. We're giving away a once-in-a-lifetime offer for a T-shirt that will only be printed up once.
One time.
Yeah. Here's an this isn't the same one, but here's an example of the last one that we did about a month ago, maybe 2 to 3 weeks ago, actually. So
sorry to interrupt here for a second there, Ben, but I just wanted to say my earbuds are warning me they're about to die out any second here.
Oh,
so
if you need to go, that's
probably head
fine.
off because I don't want to have to give you. I don't want to have to use my speakers and then feed back through my microphone and everything.
Sure.
All right.
But thanks for having me on tonight, guys.
Thank you, Krendar, for hanging out with us. Everybody go follow Krendar and his adventures.
Yeah, twitch.tv/Krendar's Adventures. And have yourselves a good evening, fellas. Thanks for having me on.
Yeah.
Happy I'll do it again sometime.
Hell yeah. Cheers.
Good night.
All right.
Good night.
So now that I have your attention again, guys, $20 to suck a card out of my deck. Pick one of these cards, and you will be able to put that in your $20 donation, and we'll put you in this list of other people who have already got them, and we'll pick a winner out. And every $100 over, we go over the goal, which we probably won't do tonight. But if we do, we'll pick another shirt. And every $100 that someone donates tonight, if you just don't donate $100 straight up, we'll give you a shirt as a thank you. We've already had Northern Perspectives qualify for a shirt. Happy birthday! Send your information to Ben. Get it.
Ben at drunkenpeasants.com.
Suck my dick.
$20. We're almost there. We're too close to not have it happen.
I'm not gonna let you sycophants for the big corporate entities tell me that it's all about choice. It's a fucking addiction. It's a struggle, and there's so many triggers out there for big fats like myself to relapse. And if you've never had to struggle, you should count yourself fucking lucky. You should count yourself fucking lucky if you've never struggled with weight. Because the system is rigged. It's rigged to either give you a fucking eating disorder and you'll be anorexic, or the other way around. If you can just exist without having to worry about that shit, I tell you, you got privilege. You got existence privilege, because most people fucking struggle with that shit in this world. P.S. I have a very, very, very low IQ.
Okay. All right.
Life's been rigged from the start in a bunch of ways. Yeah, totally. There's a systemic fucking grasp on us as human beings, aka livestock cattle, to use
Come
us.
on, guys. Let's
for
start
the
a tip
monies.
train and we can start a train on Billy. I will take a face card.
Hey, Vanessa Barbie gonna give you face. Creepy. I'm gonna give you another jack. Pull the jacks off. This time a jack of diamond. Oh yes. I think that might put you really close to the $100 level too. Bang, bang, booty butt gang. All right, lock you in. Vanessa Barbie, grazie. Oh, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, that puts Vanessa Barbie at $100.
Yeah.
Thank you, Vanessa.
I was just about to check something too. Holy shit.
What were you gonna check?
The who's in the lead right now for top donor of this month. I think it's always a day behind.
Bill Scott said, "Are you pretending like you don't control everything you watch at all times? Like, do you understand the history of our country and media and how it's shaped the fucking world we live in? The optics of advertising or the optics of patriotism, the optics of everything that make it very fucking hard to really make an educated choice on things. We're kind of being gaslit from cradle to grave into fitting into the market necessity. There's a reason why the baby boomers exist, because the baby boomers created a cradle to grave investment strategy for companies to invest in, because there was such a big boom. We knew it was going to be a big year for cradles, and they followed these people throughout their entire lives until they knew it was going to be a big year for graves, because these people were going to start dying their whole fucking life. I mean, that's a fact. That's America. That's why we had the big the 1960s commercials of how everybody needs the damn the new kitchenware and everything.
Yeah, I'll just enjoy my existence and not give a
Fuck
shit.
it. I do one more. Surprise you,
Thank
sweet,
you.
beautiful compadre.
Because like either you're right and or you're wrong. Like either way, I'm like this perpetual victim of something. I just don't want to. I don't care to exist that way.
Nobody.
Like I don't care if one way or the other with that, because like. Ultimately, as much as I can, I just create my own destiny.
Yeah, I guess what I'm saying is, you can continue to be willfully ignorant to it and do exactly what you're saying, right?
I mean, I don't know if I am necessarily. I mean, you see your own experience through your own narrow experience. So I can't get into your body and live your own experience. But you feel very strongly about this because it's personally affected you, and not everyone else sees it the same way.
It's personally affecting everybody, like the way the world's set
The way
up.
it affects you?
In different ways. We're all built.
Then we're all just victims. Oh, woe is us.
I'm not saying victimize anything. I'm saying people who are out here talking shit, good for you, fuck off. Fuck off. It's hard for fucking everybody, but everybody wants to delegate who's the biggest victim and who wants the most sympathy.
I say nobody's a victim. We're all just.
I think we're all victims.
I hate that type of mentality.
I mean, what are you supposed to do about it? You're gonna own it? Or you're gonna let it own you?
I refuse to be a victim.
Well,
I'm not gonna call myself a victim. I don't want anybody's pity. I don't want
anybody's pity either. But I want people to fucking understand why the world is the way it is before they go around throwing stones at little fucking sick kids with big fat bellies that can barely see their peckers, or that stink from the Fromunda cheese of their gunt. I'm just so fucking woke is all.
Okay.
That's the problem. I'm going to give Eduardo Garcia, I think I'm going to fill. Let me throw you. I think I got you a king and an ace before, right? Let's get you the jack. Got the gunt cheese. I'm a victim of vape culture. I vape too much. It's hard out here. Here we go. Eduardo Garcia, I got you on the jack of clubs. You can go jack off too. The whole world's going to jag off.
Jag off.
Jag off.
Jag off.
We are 93.13% of the way to our goal, which means we're 55 away from hitting that goal tonight. That's pretty chill, man. Billy's just a sweet boy. I mean, that's the problem, right? I'm just a sweet boy. Like, I'm not saying anybody should ever be a victim to anything, right? Like,
I would say there is commercial propaganda to get people to eat certain things, and
it's not even just about food, though.
Right, but that's what we were talking about.
It's-
But here's the thing, like when it comes to something we put into ourselves, whether it's a drug or food or whatever it is, we decide what passes through here or into our vein or what, like.
Well, that's like saying, you decided to let that man.
What I decide to
into
do
your-
when
into
I
your room
when I
when you've
slip
been
on
drinking.
things, I decide. I don't look at it as like they set it up this way, so I'll do it again. I look at it as like, oh shit, I fucked up. I need to like do it differently.
Well, that's.
And then if I fail, it's ultimately me that failed. That's how I look at it, and I try to like understand that. Because me saying, well, I can't help it because it's set up against me, that makes me, if I believe that enough, I'll just want to give up and just give in to it.
There's this term gaslighting, right? And the media and advertisement and the world has been gaslighting us.
There's a term,
for
sure.
70 years. And we're now starting to use gaslighting when it comes to personal interactions with people. But it's like you've been gaslit since...
I hate the term gaslighting.
Well, it is what it is. We've been gaslit since the fucking 50s, the 40s, since we had a boom after World War II. It's been a potential gaslighting fucking economy.
Sure.
It's self-defeating. I mean, it's not even just self-defeating. It's the world is a vampire. And it's out to suck, not just make you fat. It's to make you come out of your pocket for every last fucking dollar you can, and keep you working in a job to continue filing into debt. And that's part of the bigger system. If they can't get you hooked with alcohol, or they can't get you hooked with cigarettes, or they can't get you hooked with food, they'll get you hooked with a Marvel or sports team stuff. They'll get you hooked with spending your money somewhere. It's all dividing you from your money and your attention right now. And some people, their addiction is food. Some people, their addiction is other things. But everything is designed to keep you sucked in and keep you fucking paycheck to paycheck. Sucks, but also you can't be a victim. You can't. You do have to take personal agency, even though it's not easy, and sometimes it's impossible because your mind is out against your own best interest.
I mean, there's always going to be failures because we are imperfect people. So no matter if the odds are stacked against you or not, we exist to fail.
There are failures because we are perfect people living in an imperfect system.
I don't agree with that.
Human beings are perfect by design.
I don't agree we were designed.
Thousands and thousands and thousands of years of
We're
evolution.
not going to agree at all here.
Any card. I got you. No, but we are designed.
You want to, okay.
We are, even if it's through evolution, we're designed to excel, to continue living, right? But through evolution, that's part of it might not be an intelligent design, but it's survival of the fittest is part of the design. It keeps us going.
Okay.
Evolution does not have intent. I mean, there is intent, right? The intent of evolution is to survive. That's how we survive. Whether it's intelligent intent, it's still it has.
I'm gonna play a video.
It has the base meaning to make us perfect enough to continue living on when the world tests us and tests our imperfections. But we're in a system right now that is not set up to have us evolve anymore. We're going to devolve because of the system we're in. Billy loves to ramble. I mean, come on, guys. We got to hit this goal. I got shit else to do.
In a move that's infuriated China, the Biden administration has invited Taiwan to its Summit for Democracy next month, according to a list of participants published on Tuesday. The first of its kind gathering is a test of President Biden's assertion, announced in his first foreign policy address in office in February, that he would return the United States to global leadership to face down authoritarian.
This is U.S. urges China invites Taiwan to democracy summit.
Forces led.
You're gonna piss off John Cena, dude.
It's like those two people that used to be friends, but they hate each other now, and you can't invite both of them to the party.
By China.
And
and
China's
Russia.
the real drama queen.
There are 110 participants on the State Department's invitation list for the virtual event, which aims to help stop democratic backsliding and the erosion of rights and freedoms worldwide. China and Russia are notably absent. Taiwan's foreign ministry said the government would be represented by its digital minister and Taiwan's de facto ambassador in Washington. China's foreign ministry said it was firmly opposed to the invite. Sharp differences over democratically governed Taiwan, which China considers its own territory, persisted during a virtual meeting earlier this month between Biden and Chinese President Xi Jinping. The White House said that while Biden reiterated long-standing U.S. support for the One China policy, he said he strongly opposes unilateral efforts to change the status quo or undermine peace and stability across the Taiwan Strait.
It probably will pop off between China and Taiwan eventually.
How would it go, you think? Like, is it even worth Taiwan?
They're very greedy about stuff that they consider. There's a lot of disputed territories that they have, and they're insecure about anyone else acknowledging that it's not really theirs, so that it means a lot to them. But there are, there's. I don't think the U.S. would. Well, I don't know. I don't know what the U.S. would do. The U.S. doesn't acknowledge them as a country, so they're on China's side with that. They're like the U.S. is so in bed with China economically that I don't know if they would do anything. If China just like invaded Taiwan, I don't know. I don't know what would happen there. Yeah, it'd be a very costly, long conflict to get into military conflict with China.
Why is this happening? First of all, winter seasonality. We're moving indoors, which is going to make mask use, of course, and ventilation very important in the season ahead. So on the mask front, as we've seen this last week.
Actually, this is dumb. I'm going to skip this. Here's something.
And Pete, you have new reporting, I understand, about the former president's fight to keep documents away from the committee. Get us up to speed.
Right, an interesting development last night. D.C. Court of Appeals, which will hear oral argument on this issue next Tuesday, issued a brief order last night telling the lawyers for all the three parties to the case, that's President Trump, the House Committee, and the National Archives, to be prepared to address whether the court even has the jurisdiction to referee this dispute. That's probably not a good sign for the president. Now, the court notes the language of the Presidential Records Act, which is the law in question here. And it says that, normally speaking, the decision on the archives about whether to release a former president's documents can't be reviewed by a court. But there is an exception.
Someone compared China invading Taiwan to North Korea invading South Korea. I don't agree. North Korea is not as powerful as China. North Korea, North Korea only exists because of China. normally a country like that, people would intervene and stop the sort of things that happen in North Korea, but China kind of protects North Korea and allows it to exist.
Yeah.
President who doesn't want the documents released can sue under certain circumstances. So the appeals court says to the lawyers, we want you to address whether we even have the jurisdiction to hear this case. The fact that the court is raising this question itself, this is not something the lawyers have raised. The court came up with this question on its own, 2 questions, in fact, could mean that they're just wanting to make sure they dot all the I's and cross the T's and are doing their due diligence. But the fact that they're raising this question, do we even have the authority?
T's, okay? Well, you put like a thing on top, but it doesn't cross through.
I'm going to cross your I's and dot your T's.
To hear this case is probably not good news for the former president.
Low TBob.
Yeah, Chuck, how do you see this?
Very low
Realistically, what
T-Bob.
could this mean for Trump?
It's always easy to go after Pete because I agree with him. I don't think it's good news, but let me add one.
By the way, Northern Perspective is in first place to be our associate producer next month.
Nice.
So far, we have one more episode after this one this month, so it's not over yet.
It ain't over till it's over.
And then Coop Car, and then Vanessa Barbie.
Oh.
And then Rat Lord Alcaraz.
All our good friends. Thank you.
Yeah, that's the top 4.
Dankeschön.
To be associate producer.
I don't know. I'm sitting here and I'm thinking.
Yeah.
I'm thinking like, what should we do, Ben? I sent you an article. You want to look
Oh,
at
did
it,
you?
or you think it's?
I didn't see it.
Look at the article before you pull it up on screen, because I don't know.
Oh no, it says NSFW on it.
Yeah, I don't know if we can
Yeah,
look at it.
I don't know if I want to mess with it. Yeah.
I'll try and look at it on my phone and see if I could get
It's
anything
on
out of
Reddit.
it. Yeah, it's
I do have some articles actually.
It's an article about a webcam model accidentally shot herself in the vagina with a 9mm handgun during a video shoot.
What an idiot. Why was it loaded?
I don't know. A Georgia webcam model was left with serious injuries after she accidentally shot herself in the genitals in a pornographic video gone horribly wrong.
Why was it loaded? There's no need to have it loaded.
Lauren Hunter Damon, 27, is said to have accidentally fired a 9mm handgun while alone in her bedroom on November 9th, according to Upson County Police. Sadly, it looks like she has a long road to recovery ahead of her. Oh, my God.
That's not good. I don't even have a vag, and I'm getting sympathy pains just thinking about that.
Yeah, that's rough. Oh.
I can't believe we're stuck on $15.
I can.
Who's got that last 15 or the last 20? Because we have to do the game too.
Is there a Chris Chan jail call?
Call? I don't think so, but there might be.
I'm getting information saying there was a Keemstar debate. There was a Chris Chan jail call. I don't know if any.
Well,
of
why
these
does
are,
no one ever send us this content?
Probably because they don't know where to send it. Where do you send it, Ben?
You join the DP Discord, link in the description, and there's several places to drop content. There's a content section. So
there's a content section of the DP Discord. Fix Soul with the poot. You want to write down on a card here, Fix Soul? You want to get a little 2D in for the non-fungible tokens?
Check this out, guys. This is one of the most pleasant places.
Is this live?
Yeah, this is live in Leavenworth. They
Fa la 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 la.
They turn it into it's a Bavarian German village replica in the mountains of Western Washington. They turn it into Christmas Town.
I was right there last year in March, was it? I went there in March. It was cute. I was a little worried actually driving up the pass in my fucking car.
Yeah, I do not want to do that.
Kind of sucked.
Yeah, there's a train that goes up there that Amtrak operates that I thought about taking that. That way you don't have to drive.
I will try harder next month. I will aim first, second place. Pick a card.
Thank you, Vanessa Barbie. So, Vanessa, you actually got a shirt guaranteed. So, I'm going to put you one over into the drawing, and we'll have an extra one in the drawing. And I'm going to give you the 10 of hearts. The 10 of hearts for this one.
You're the associate producer this month, Vanessa.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, last month you were in first place.
Wow.
So you're there now.
Thank you, Vanessa. Thank you, everybody who keeps everything rolling and going. It's like ridiculous how
it is.
How much love and support we get. Like I will say this. If it wasn't for you guys, Ben would have kicked me to the curb by now. He just said, "You get out of here, Billy." And I said, but Ben,
what?
Somebody loves us. He's like, "No, they don't, or else they would have donated." And I was like, "No, Ben, look, they almost did." And he said, "No, they didn't." But no, because you guys did. It proves to Ben that you still love us. You still love us.
Is that what happened?
You still love us.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll pick a card for you, Hawkeye Poots. Vanessa Barbie with the 10 of hearts. And I'm going to give Hawkeye Poots the ace of diamonds. DJ Fixol getting written up on the ace of diamonds. There you go. DJ Fixed.
Are we about to play the actual game itself?
I mean, we could wrap it up right now.
Okay, so
we just
I'll
have
put
to
you in full screen here.
Boom. If anybody wants to get last minute stuff in, I gotta know if we can make it roll.
Yeah, there is a Chris Chan jail call. I didn't know that. I did not know that. See, I could really use more content suggestions. If any of you watching right now want to join the Discord, you might not be in there right now. Do me a favor and link cool stuff, because that's kind of a problem we've been having. We could use the help. Also, if anyone wants to put like chapters into the video, if you put them in your comment, I'll make sure that they show up on the video if you want any.
Vanessa Barbie, you have earned a shirt outright. You're going to have one extra in the drawing as well. And Eduardo Garcia, you are very close. Northern Perspectives earned a shirt. Send your stuff into Ben. Let's see. I'm about ready to...
Ben at drunkenpeasants.com.
All right, 1, 2... Just making sure I got everybody right here. All right. Young Mufasa says, "Whatever happened to Corpse Midge?" Corpse stopped uploading. Channel disappeared.
Yeah.
There's no new stuff.
Yep.
Sadly. So taking out Vanessa's 5, because Vanessa already got one with those 5, we're going to have 13 cards. All right, 13 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Okay. And we're going to shuffle them up, get them all mixed. And then we're going to randomize them. One other way by rolling die. We're going to roll die. Okay, we've got them randomized here.
Die.
We're going to roll die. So I got to pull up the die. I'm going to roll a 6-sided die and an 8-sided die. All right, so here right now we have a 6-sided and 8-sided die.
You can't see the 8-sided or
It's the
6-sided.
So it's a 6-sided and 8-sided die. That's 14. There's 13 cards in here. If we hit 14, we'll go all the way back to number 1. Let's roll.
Let's do it. Die.
And that's 11. So we're going to drop 11 down. All right. The 11th card. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Morton Dave, you're the 11th card. You're the 11th card, Morton Dave. Get your information to Ben. Vanessa Barbie, get your information to Ben. And Northern Perspectives, get your information to Ben.
Ben at drunkenpeasants.com.
Thank you, everybody, to help get us this goal. I'm going to design the T-shirt about tonight's episode. I don't know. Maybe. What do you think the T-shirt should look like for tonight's episode?
Well, the thumbnail has Bob and Cobes in it.
Should I maybe make Trumpster Bob kissing a Eddie Guerrero doll that he's holding in his hand?
Yeah, something like that. Something like that.
Or Eddie Guerrero losing the butthole challenge to Trumpster Bob. Oh God, I don't know. I'll sit around, kick some designs around. If anybody has any ideas, let us know, and it'll be a fun design though. And I have had a very long day today.
Yeah.
I woke up about 10 a.m. to get ready to go play Magic the Gathering cards.
I woke up way earlier than you.
But did you play Magic the Gathering cards for 6 hours?
No, I went to watch the football game.
Oh, yeah. How was that? But they lost, right? Did you have fun, though?
Yeah, it was fun.
Did you go somewhere to watch it?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. I did not know anything about the football game until you brought it up that they had lost. And I felt bad because I know how much you love Ohio.
Last year they lost the national championship game. So
yeah,
unless they have a perfect season, they're going to lose at some point.
But this is the one that hurts because it's Michigan.
Not really, though, because they've won the last 8 years in a row. So it was bound to happen eventually. Actually, not 8 years because they didn't play last year. But the last 8 times they played, they won. So this would have been the 9th. It would have tied them for longest streak. They had a streak like back in the early 1900s where they won 9 games in a row. And this would have tied it today. But they fucked up a whole bunch of times and lost the game for themselves. I'm not going to make excuses.
Well, I think we can blame it on the systemic.
Yeah, yeah. See, it's the systemic shit that the system puts out there to make them commit penalties.
No, I got way more connections to Ohio than I do Michigan, so it's like I feel bad when I hear that, even though I don't give a fuck about football or anything.
Yeah. Well, it goes back to actual bloodshed.
Yeah.
It's good versus evil, and evil won today. What can I say?
Oh, wow. Oh.
Yeah.
I'm writing down the winners of today on a card.
That'll work.
For you. And everybody message Ben that won. That's Vanessa Barbie, Northern Perspectives, and Morton Dave. And,
I think Morton Dave has won a few of them.
Really?
Maybe. I don't know. I'll have to go back and look. Yeah. So yours should be showing up pretty soon here.
Wow.
Wow. Actually, I'll check right now really quick to see if it's...
Oh.
Yeah, looks like yours has shipped, so it should be showing up pretty soon here.
Since when did Billy become Twitter? Well, I don't know what that means.
I don't know what that means either.
Are you saying that I'm spewing off woke leftist viewpoints? Because actually, people who are woke leftists think I'm a Nazi, so it's a little confusing to me.
I don't think that's true. No one's ever been like, Billy's a Nazi to me.
I literally had to ban a guy on Twitter the other day for.
You don't think that was just a troll, though?
I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know.
I don't think the popular narrative is that you're a Nazi.
I don't
so
know.
I would say most people doing that are either a troll or they're just too sensitive.
Honest Red, you're honest. You never lie. Do you think I'm a Nazi?
He doesn't think you're a Nazi. He
I
wouldn't
hope
watch
not.
this show.
I don't know. Honest Red is like, here's the one thing I know about Honest Red.
He likes to argue.
He loves luscious, long-haired beauties.
Oh, okay.
And I happen to be one.
Okay.
Oh, Billy. No, I'm not.
You just started a rumor on yourself,
I'm not.
and now that's going to be the popular narrative.
Well, I'd rather have that than say I'm short.
All right, everybody, thanks for supporting us. We'll do the Kris Chan thing next episode. We've got Hannibal and Monty on Tuesday.
Ooh.
So we'll play that stuff for them. Send in videos that you would like us to watch with Hannibal and Monty. Just send us fucking videos. That would be great.
Oh
yeah. Yeah, people get in contact with me. I need your shipping address and your shirt size. And then I will get right to work once the art is. Yeah, give us about a week to get the art, and then another week for us to get it to you. But you'll get it. You'll get it.
Like the stream, do all that good stuff. Comment after we go down. Leave a comment in the thing telling us your thoughts and opinions on the episode, so I can come back and look at it to see what stood out the most when I make this non-fuckable token based off tonight's episode.
Yes. Good night, everyone.
Bye-bye.
Beginning, there was nothing, and then there was the Drunken Peasants podcast.
Drunken Peasants, Drunken Peasants, Drunken Peasants, Drunken Peasants. From the strangest corners of the internet, gonna get TP'd by Billy and Ben. You know where you can find them at. Get ready, cause they're gonna kick your Drunken Peasants, Drunken Peasants, Drunken Peasants, Drunken Peasants.